Alright, is this starting yet? Okay, there we go. Stream is started. We have that. Gonna send it to the people. I'm gonna put it in the archive. There it is. It's in the archive. Now, let's send it where it belongs. To all the boys and girls who really love this bullshit. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Just gonna put that there. USA is more people concentrated. US is areas with no one in them, farmland and stuff. I don't think this guy knows what he's talking about. What part of the US is he talking about? I live in one of the most farmy places. Kansas. Kansas has a shit ton of farms, and I can tell you, there's still a shit ton of people. There's 300 million people in the United States. The United States may be 40 times the size of the United Kingdom. But trust me, some of the cities are fucking dense. I don't think this guy's ever heard of New York. Or if he has, he's forgotten that New York is probably 4 times as crowded as London. So, rag and bone, man. I need to know how to promote my YouTube videos more. It's kinda difficult. It's kinda obnoxious. Alright, so let's hit the gamers. Bada boom, bada bing, da da dom, da 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 da. I'm gonna send Jesus an invitation to my stream. Let's hope Jesus watches it. Alright. Now that we have, it's 5:57. In 3 minutes, it's gonna hit 6. The event shall start. However, I'm an impatient bastard, so let's start it right now. Start event. Hi. Okay, we have the event starting. Now the people are popping in by the ones. We're at 10. We're at 9. 10, 9, 10. Thanks for sticking with us. We have a lot of people now. Now there's 12. It just skipped 11. That's okay. Let's take a good look at the event channel. Alright. Really, Nick? You were trying to write? Damn. Damn, bro, I'm sorry. Maybe write at a more opportune time for you, huh? How about that? It's not my fault. I'm just, What do you all want to do today? Do you all want to do something fun? Opportune? I wasn't doing shit. Sure. Alright. What is the fun thing that you all want to do? I'll break reality and find it. Somehow. Terraria? I don't have that game. I'll break reality and find it later. But I have the funds. Totally not holding $20 in my hand. No, I'm not. Centaur World. I do not vibe with fun, I do. The band on 77 planets. Shame. What a golly damn shame, huh? So, anyone else? Does anyone else want to recommend something? It can be as fantastical or as boring as you want it to be. It doesn't matter. After all, we're an event. We're in an event. The event is fun. You want to know what I hate about this event, though? I hate the event channel, how you can't even fucking... Like, I have no idea how to share my screen or anything. Like, stage settings. All I can change is the topic. Hey, what do you guys want the stage name to be? Huh? I put it as, why hello there. I am able to stream. I have it streaming right now, but the event, like, in the event channel, I can't change that. I can't share my screen on the event channel, which is kind of fucking ridiculous. So, what do you all want it to be? If you look in the event archive, I have the stream going, but it feels like a beta. I mean, kind of. It's been around for a few months. I mean, I remember doing this shit back in October. Just do the human benchmark test? What the fuck is that? Now you're just confusing me. Minecraft came out with a new update? Ooh. Alright, let's change the topic to human benchmark. Human benchmark, alright. Human benchmark test. Test my reflexes, pattern recognition. Alright, our first test, I don't care. Get started. When the red box turns green, click as quickly as you can. 254 milliseconds. Click to keep going. 213 milliseconds. Wait for green. 209 milliseconds. Look at that. I'm training it. I'm super powerful. $10. That's 10 less than what I have in my hand. Now it's 10 more. Hold on, what? YouTube Noel, be quiet. I'm listening to Discord Noel. How fucking dare you call me Noel? I'm not that gay. Come on, bro. Alright, let's see how that changed everything. We can do that a little bit. Increase the size. There we go. Oh, wait for green. 235. Whatever. Okay. I'm in a consistent 200 to 240. So, I did the benchmark. Human benchmark tests. What do you think? What else should I be doing up here? Should I be reading a story? Should I be telling everyone how I'm having my day? My day's been going good, if you really wanted to ask. After all, finals. I had finals today. I had one row of finals. Imagine going to school and having finals and then staying 20 minutes to wait to get picked up because there's a shit ton of students who are getting picked up in front of you. Yeah. At least they gave out free ice cream. For some fucking reason, they were giving out free ice cream when you were when we were leaving the building. Just straight up grab and go lunch plus an ice cream plus a fucking popsicle. Mall Santa roleplay. Ask us what each of us want for Christmas. School finals. Alright. Why, hello there. Man, that doesn't even sound normal. Hold on. Whatever. Well, Job, what do you want for Christmas? Answer me. That's pretty gay, bro. Alright, Ink Deity, what do you want for Christmas? Voice acting's not in your calling. Really, bro? Really? You really gonna be doing that? A better drive to work? Wow. Reindeer, but cyborgs. Girl Genius Source. Okay. Well, that's pretty fucking gay as well. I don't care anymore. Okay. Alright, let's try finding something else. Something better. Let's do the... I know. Which Twilight character are you? It's a quiz. Now this'll be fun. Alright, which Twilight character are you? Fun 2021 Twilight quiz. Alright. Which Twilight are you? Bella, Edward, Jacob, or else? I have no idea who these people are. The only person I know is Edward and Jacob, and that's like the vampire werewolf guy. Guys. Taking this Twilight quiz reveals your personality character in less than 5 minutes. Since 2008, Twihards have been like, which Twilight character are you? But now, after more than a decade, we have the answer. Our test is based on the actual profiles of the vampires, werewolves, and even the students of the Forks High School. More on this below. How does this test work? The goal here is to answer, which Twilight character are you? So the quiz focuses on analyzing your persona, matching it with the franchise's main cast. However, that is not the only information you will receive by the end of the test. Personality. What does your Twilight Saga character review? Okay, I'm just gonna take the quiz. Choose a word to start the test. Silence, patience, strength, power. Well, it's always a silent one, so kill everybody. Next. Which of the following symbols sounds more mysterious to you? The moon, the sun, the star, a black hole. You know, I'm gonna go black hole. That sounds pretty fucking mysterious. We haven't really found out everything about those yet. Have you ever felt a connection to any of the following animals? Birds, cats, dogs. No. I mean, I did have a few dogs. They were pretty nice. Are you a morning or night person? Morning, night, both, none. Both. What attracts you the most? Charisma, beauty, personality, money. I like how they just forgot intelligence. I am a greedy bastard, however, I sincerely hope this isn't about people. Because if there was just a way to suddenly gain either of these, I'm going with money. Fuck charisma, fuck beauty, fuck personality. I'm taking the $700 million and I'm leaving. Let's go. Have you ever had a dream where you were something else, like an animal? Actually, back when I was young, I had a dream where I was a fucking spider and and I disappointed my parents' Japanese style and they ate me. Shit was fucking brutal. So yes, spiders are animals, right? Jesus. Kinda. Kind of. All right, we'll go with kind of. Twilight is a female. Which of your five senses is stronger than the others? Smell, sight, hearing, touch, taste. Touch. My sight sucks. My nose sucks. My hearing sucks. I, for some reason, thought cold hot dogs were tasty at one point. So my taste sucks as well. High value. Chasing after a woman who's nowhere near the... Would you ever kill an innocent person to gain more power? Yes. Would you like to live in a world with actual vampires and werewolves despite the threat? I would love to kill them. It depends. How powerful are they? I'm not gonna fight fucking world busters. If you were a vampire, would you become a vegetarian to save lives? Hell no! Fuck those people. Would you date a girl or boy who is in your nemesis's coven? He is really cute though. I hate dating. I hate dating losers. It's not even just blood blanks. I can go do the death row shit. I mean, I'm immortal. What are they gonna fucking do to me? Try chaining me? If I was a vampire, I'd just turn into a bat and fly away. I ain't no little pussy. I ain't gonna get strapped by the government. Do you think vampires should have strict laws for creating other vampires? Yes, actually. I love magic systems with strict laws. What do you think about the idea of living forever as an immortal being? Fucking goals, baby! Cool, boring, intimidating, or goals! Goals! The government has vampires. I'm killing those vampires. I will be the ultimate vampire. Choose an age that you'd like to be locked in and never grow forever. 20, 30, 40, 50, 20. Basically prime physical form. What makes a vampire or werewolf unique? Attractiveness, knowledge, strength, powers, and ability. Obviously the powers and the abilities. I'm sorry, but vampires don't actually look attractive. Neither do werewolves. That is just a common myth. They actually usually look fucking pale as shit, and they don't really look beautiful. Their knowledge? Well, vampires have far more knowledge than a werewolf, simply because they have like thousands of years to live. A werewolf is basically just a human who turns into a wolf. Strength? Yeah, they're pretty fucking strong, but that's part of their powers, not a single thing. Which of the following describes you better? Introverted, mysterious, aggressive, invincible. Well, I'm not invincible. Definitely not that aggressive. Unless it's online, then I'm really aggressive. Let's be real. Making fun of people online is the shit. I will do that every day of my life if I could. That shit is fun as fuck. Alright. Mysterious. Not really. I don't really pass that bar. When people think I'm mysterious, all I'm doing is just not talking to them. That's not really being mysterious, it's being introverted. So, guess I'm introverted. Definitely not invincible as much as I'd love to be. What are your naughty fantasies like? Romantic, weird, BDSM-ish. I don't like fantasies. What the fuck are these choices? Society dominated by females? I'll kill all of them. Alright, I'm gonna go weird. Do you spend most of your day daydreaming? Sometimes. I mean, the answers are yes, no, sometimes. Hey, hate daydreaming. Look, I sometimes think of weird story plot ideas, okay? Doom Nicolie confirmed. Hell yeah. Which of the following ideas about love do you relate to the most? Love is love no matter what. Alright, pedophile. To love is to give. Give what, your soul? True love never ends. Yes, it does. Love is just a big lie. That's a lie. I'm gonna go with true love is to give, or whatever. Final question. What would you change about yourself after becoming a parent? Everything. Career. Attitude. Nothing. Fuck that. Fuck change. Your Twilight character's Arrow. OMG, you match one of the evilest and manipulative vampires on the planet. How did that happen? Well, Arrow is a power-hungry person with excellent leadership skills. Is that why you match with them? We have no idea. Let's just say people should be more careful around Wink. By the way, you belong to the Volturi Coven, and your race is vampire. It has always been. This guy looks fucking stupid. Look, if I lose my mustache, I will kill a motherfucking hoe. Jesus. Look at this bitch. No mustache, no beard, no sideburns. He looks like he's 300 years behind evolution. What the fuck? I ain't this guy. Fuck that. Stranger Things quiz. Just real fans score 80%. Amazing Naruto quiz. Only real fans score more than 70%. Amazing NBA quiz. Only 40% of real fans can pass. Harry Potter quiz. 100 times better than Sorting Hat. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's do the Harry Potter quiz. Come on. Imagine you have a wand and you can do any magic with it. What do you want its core to be made of? Holly with a... What is holly? With a phoenix core feather core. Chestnut with a phoenix feather core. Fuck chestnut. Cherry with a dragon heartstring. What the fuck is a dragon heartstring? Look, if it was just dragon heart, I'd go with that 100%. What the fuck is a heartstring and why... Look, I don't want any of these. If it's just a string or something, shh, I don't want it. I want a fucking staff. Fuck wands, they're bitches. They're for losers. None of y'all are wizards. What do you do to achieve your goals? I'm eager to achieve my goal. I'm not afraid of something. I patiently strive to achieve my goals. If my expectations are rational, I'll try to achieve them with a specific idea. I do anything to reach my goals. I can even break the law. Eager, I'm not afraid. Patiently strive. My expectations are... I'll go with the rational one. Okay. Which of the following elements is most appealing to you? Fire, earth, air, water. Water. Look, if I can manipulate ice, I'm killing everybody around me. If you can manipulate air, it doesn't matter. I'll just turn the entire landscape into ice. Good luck, bastard. Look at your living room walls. What's most outstanding? I don't have a living room. Is that weird? There's no living room in the house. So, I'll just use the picture they have here. What is outstanding? The white walls, the white couch. Water can also manipulate oxygen, because there's oxygen in water. H2O, after all. There's 2 water molecules, 1 oxygen. And anyone who says that fire beats ice, wrong. Ice melts and disperses the flames with water. Easy mode, get wrecked. Also, if it's a grease fire, just ice that bitch and it's completely done. Fire loses to ice. Anyways, I have stone walls. No. I have portraits. No. I have hanging... No, I have nothing of these. Where's the nothing stands out option? I'm just gonna go with I have stone walls. What is your magical transportation model? Apparition, flu network, flying portkey, apparition. Teleportation is way more useful than flying. What kind of dessert do you usually order after a meal? Treacle tart, ice cream, blueberry cake, celery-based desserts, ice cream. Celery-based desserts? What fucking monster does that? If you were the school principal, how would you choose the students? By doing a difficult exam, I choose without preferences. I choose students with high scores by doing a psychological test. I'd see which one can survive the most spells, but choose without preference. They're students, they're here to learn. I don't really know why you'd... Okay. Choose your dream home. This thing looks desolate as fuck. I would never want to live here. But this one right here has a fucking window. Man, this furniture looks nice. This one too. But this one looks a bit egotistical. I'm gonna go this one. Has enough place for TV. What's your zodiac sign? Ah, fuck. I think I'm a Gemini. I don't know why this is... Whatever. None of them. What are you curious about? What are you curious about? World after the die. Earth, world, evil. Plants, magical creatures. What? World after the die. World. What are you I'm just gonna go with the world. I'm curious about the world. How do your friends describe you? Reckless, hard work, wise, mysterious, brave, righteous. Literally none of these. Wise, I guess? I mean, really it's smart, but not wise. How do you react if anyone humiliates you? I humiliate them back. I get angry quickly. I can tolerate a little, but if it continues, I'll react in the worst way. I logically point out his or her mistake. I take revenge with cunning. Man, this shit is retarded. I just look at him or her. Yes, just stare. Stare. Cellular-based desserts. You know, I'm gonna go with the third one. Logically point out his or her mistake. What is your favorite movie genre? Fiction, documentary, scientific, criminal, fiction. Everything I like about movies is fictional. You went to a forest camp with your friends. What do you do if you're threatened by a wild animal? I fight bravely and recklessly. Along with my friends, I fight with dedication. I will definitely give a special idea to my friends against it. I try to save myself. Well, first of all, I'm assuming that if I'm confronted by a wild animal, I have a weapon. Well, depending on the animal, I can kill it pretty easily. All I have to do is slash its neck with a sword. Usually animals do not have plate armor around their neck. So, I mean, sometimes they have good instincts, but most of them, well, they're really not... They don't really fight swords, so... I mean, I don't really hear of swordsmen trying to kill lions or shit, or some shit like that, but... If they did, they'd learn. So I'll fight Bray. I'll try to save myself. Screw all these other people. What do you typically do when you get together with your friends at home? We celebrate a special event. We usually research and discuss scientific events. We usually get together, do our homework. To deal with our enemies, we build special strategies. For relaxation. Relaxation all the way. You have to be in the Gryffindor house because you are a brave and chivalrous person. Ah, yes. You have a very well defined sense of what is right and wrong, and you always help your friends. You are not afraid of anything to achieve your goals. I don't think I belong here. I suspect he was high on narcotics. Bruh. How the fuck am I Gryffindor? Any of you got some retarded shit I can do? That was kind of fun, not gonna lie. It was pretty funny. I found it entertaining. Entertaining drivel, but entertaining none the fucking wand quiz on Pottermore. Pottermore wand quiz. Okay. Pottermore wand quiz. Alright. Is it on Pottermore? Or what is Pottermore? Where is that? You mean Wizardmore? Pottermorefandom.com. They killed Flash, yeah. It's your first day at Hogwarts. Do you like to make any new friends? No, fuck them. I would rather have a wand that is already the world's most powerful wand. Oh, one of your classmates knows some dark spells. What's your reaction? I fight them. No, I asked them to teach me. Show me that shit, bro. Which of the following job is your favorite? Doing something dangerous. What are your thoughts on immortality? I love the idea. Friendship of witches and wizards are meant to be ridiculous. This question was ridiculous. What do you think about nomage? What the fuck? They're useless. I have no idea what they are. Which one of you is your favorite fantasy creature? Dragons? Fuck Thestrals and whatever. Which sentence matches your personality the most? Smart and talented. Which of the following ideas do you agree with the most? There's no excuse, knowledge, whatever. Weak witches. What? All of these suck. None of these fit me. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with the invincible one. One of these students has somehow stolen Dumbledore's wand. What do you feel about that? Kids are unpredictable. It is a shame. It's funny and exciting. You have to kill an homage. Can you do that? Yeah. I would easily do that. I have no fucking idea what they are. Hero clicker is still alive? What is that? Why do wands have power levels? Like, what? Why do they choose their wielder too? That's kind of retarded. Choose one of the following words. Rely on your instincts. Mind, heart, love, power. Mind over matter. Who's your favorite master? Dumbledore, Snape, Antioch, Voldemort, Snape. A professional wand is one that is well designed. Useful for all. You find a strange wand. A dangerous dark witch owned. What do you do know? What do you do now? Says no. I hide it and keep it for myself. I don't even hide the fucking thing. I take that shit. You meet death. He's willing to make one of your wishes come true. What do you wish for? The world's most powerful wand, the resurrection stone, the book of knowledge. I'm taking that. Your wand broke in the middle of a fight. What do you do now? I beat the shit out of them physically. I grab their arm and I punch the ever-living shit out of them, pull out a pistol and shoot them in the face. Wizards can't block bullets. Sorry, bro. You're not fast enough. I try to steal a new... I might get a new one. The ways of how? You don't know. What is your favorite spell? Sneaking into places, paralyzing your enemy, conjuring, knocking your enemy's wand, paralyze the enemy. What is the most important moral subject to you as a witch or wizard? Learning, friendship, gaining more power. The Tom Riddle's wand is made of yew wood. His wand ain't shit, though. He ain't shit. Voldemort ain't shit. Fuck this. Give me a gun. That's my wand. Let's do the Wizard More quiz. Begin the experience. I'm gonna find the perfect wand. Just you guys wait. Well, I have a yeah, exactly. My wand is now a fucking gun. Here's my spell shooter, bitch. To ensure we find... It's very important that... First of all, would you describe your average height? Yeah, I'm average height. And your eyes? Dark brown? Yes. Was it a date? No, it was a nod. Do you pride most yourself on your kindness, optimism, determination, resilience, imagination, intelligence, originality? I actually like my imagination and I like my intelligence. My resilience is pretty good, but I don't pride myself on that. So, which one? I'm gonna go with intelligence. Brazilians. Traveling alone down a deserted road, you reach a crossroads. Do you continue left towards the sea, ahead towards the forest, right towards the castle? I'm going to the castle. I'm gonna go kill the king or something. Do you most fear fire, darkness, isolation, small spaces, heights? Heights I do actually fear. In a chest of magical artifacts, which would you choose? Ornate mirror, dusty bottle, golden key, silver dagger, bound scroll, glittering jewel, black glove. Well, give me that fucking key, bro. Black walnut wood with a unicorn hair core, 12 1/4 and a hard flexibility. Yeah, but how good is it? What's my power level here? Come on. I don't want to just be told, oh hey, here are the materials your wand would be made of. How powerful is that? Also, why is unicorn hair in any way valuable? Those motherfuckers ain't shit. If anything, they're pedophile horses. Probably. I don't know if they rape kids, but I'm pretty sure at one point they hate kids or something. The only kids can see them. MAP horses. Pretty much. Look, you want to know the real power level? Gun beats wand in every scenario. Oh, you need to kill someone? Gun. Oh, you need to kill Endbringer? Bigger gun. That shoots metaphysical bullets. Unicorn stuff is just plot. What, do I have, like, plot power now? My wand is plot empowered. Why can't you shoot bullets with a wand? Because wand can't shoot things at 4 times the speed of sound. No, I'm talking about Black Barrel at that point, when I'm talking about metaphysical guns. Destiny guns are not as metaphysical as Black Barrel. When a Destiny gun can, like, literally shorten your lifespan, like, even if you're immortal, it can turn you mortal, I'll go, yeah, okay, sure. But Destiny guns can't do that. So, nowhere near as metaphysical. I'll kill Scion with my Black Barrel. Did you guys know that apparently way too many people wank the shit out of Scion? How the fuck you be wanking the shit out of Golden Douchebag, Golden Turd Man? Bro, Golden Sperm from One Punch Man is a better antagonist than Scion. Scion isn't even actually planetary as an avatar. He's a continental threat. All he does is shoot continental beams. Congratulations. You're nowhere near planetary. Did you guys know Obliterate aka because science, that's why. He keeps saying that Scion is solar system level. What the actual fuck? The average wizard versus Grand. Look, they run away and flee at the sound. Also, I once had an argument between people. Space Whale form is only planetary. He has zero solar system level feats, and he never will. He'll never have a solar system feat because he can't. That's still not solar system level, and that relies on something like stilling. Going and contracting across all of the dimensions, like a dimensional refraction. Which is exactly how that is gonna go. It's basically mimicking Sting at that point. It's not really solar system level when it completely relies on these set mechanics of parallel dimensions. As in, it's like a mirror. It's like a mirror. It reflects once, twice, refracting over and over until it hits everything. He's not solar system because the Endbringers have solar system level mass. Scion can't even one-shot all of that mass. He's planetary at most. Also, the only reason he didn't get fucking obliterated versus every Golden Morning is solely because of how his avatar form worked. His avatar form works like a portal. But a portal to something so fucking massive as Scion, even if you can somehow damage him, you're only dealing like less than 0.0002% of his total mass. That's not really a lot of damage. You're gonna need a lot more of those attacks just to hurt. That's why Foil isn't just a, oh, I one-shot Scion, because she can't. You wanna know who can? Anyone metaphysical. If you have metaphysical bullshit, Zion's dead. Rest in peace, that motherfucker. No, it wasn't because most inventors had variations of power. Oh god. What the fuck, Sarah? Fanon Bellatrix blocks bullets from multiple machine guns from different directions like some super Jedi. Fucking Obi-Wan Bellatrix Kenobi. All because she's a good witch. I'm not making this up. There's a fanfic about. Thank you, Sarah. That was a good. Also, people who are actually planetary fuck over Zion like a little, like he ain't shit. I guarantee you, Boros from One Punch Man would beat the shit out of Zion. Zion can't really kill him, but Boros from One Punch Man would beat the shit out of him. It would take a while, but yeah. I mean, 1,000 moon landing kicks would pretty much kill. Boros can't die to Zion. Zion has no way to kill Boros. That's just a fact. The only reason Boros died in One Punch Man is because he exhausted all of his energy trying to kill Saitama. Saitama is basically functionally invincible. More so than Alexandria, more so than the Siberian. Someone actually said Blast isn't more powerful than Tatsumaki, and when I said, it's pretty fucking obvious, yes he is. They're like, sources? Feats? Motherfucker, did you not take a good look at Blast where he is? The more powerful you are, typically the higher you are. Considering Tatsumaki has been second place in the S-Class forever, and that Blast has been number 1, it's almost positive, almost completely guaranteed that Blast is the most powerful. King is number 7. King isn't even actually that powerful. I mean, in any world, he's What's Blast's power? Think of Boros. He's basically Boros. I'm not lying. He has energy manipulation. He has ESP. He's Boros plus Gurian Shoop or whatever, and Orochi, all in one. That's his deal. So he's Tatsumaki 2.0. Yeah, he's really fucking strong. You don't fuck with Blast, unless you're Elder Centipede, in which case you somehow survive. we still have no idea what's up with that one. I think that's just because Elder Centipede has such fucking incredible durability. Really, really durable. Alright. Shoot lasers from his eye, rules over psychic powers, trillions of robots. I love that shit. That's so fucking hilarious. Alright. What else can we do? What else can we do? What else is there to do? What do you guys want me to do real quick? Taking a look. Take a Warhammer 40k quiz? Alright. Warhammer 40k quiz. Let's go. Which Warhammer 40k race would you relate to? Let's start. What kind of army would you like to control? An army of brothers. No. You are a commander with multiple awards. The men that serve under you serve loyally. Failure results in your wrath. Your soldiers are not especially strong or smart. Okay. Dark and twisted. You and your army have been set to deprave. Nope. You once ruled the galaxy. Now you were a dying race. Your numbers thing. You wield the most powerful weapons and exhibit the. You live in the thousand. Okay. Space pirates and savage beasts. Nope. You're the cockroach of the galaxy. Nope. You're a fledgling race with a dream of unity and prosperity. You believe all races. That's gay. You have killed the entire galaxy before, and you can do it again. Okay, well that one's nice. You have come from another galaxy with aims to consume this one. Your tactics revolve around one thing. That's gay. Alright, I'm gonna go with this one. What is your favorite part of an army? The leader, hero, psychic, monster, the infantry, the heavy support. Heavy support's the best part. What is your favorite part in the army? Answer this question the same as the next one and the one before this. Okay. What intelligence level would you generally like all the units of your army to have? Supernatural, highly technologically, sharp-minded, and refined. There we go. That's good. Generally incompetent. Jesus Christ. Choose one. A race that has faith in a mortal so powerful that he's viewed as a god. A race that has an unwavering faith in a belief system. A race that has no beliefs and no gods but follows curiosity and hunger as its own. That's cool. I'm gonna go with that one. You follow God of War and blood that sometimes takes form. That's pretty badass. You fight strategically and follow. No. You fight cruelly and instill terror. You fight somewhat unorganized. There you go. Let's go with that one. You have just won a battle. You take a knee and pray to your god. No. Consolidate, reinforce, and fortify. That's looking so good so far. Sacrifice any enemy you have to capture to your god. No, that's gay. You find, take, do what you came for, and leave as soon as possible without a trace. That's actually the one that I'm gonna go with most likely. Select prisoners for torture and for fueling your war machines while you salvage. No. Take as much enemy goodies as you can before someone else in your army takes them. Reason with the prisoners and attempt to convert them to your cause. I'll forcefully do that. Continue to press forward without pause and bring any prisoners to your godlike masters for food. Consume all resources that you can. There we go. That's the one. What kind of weapon do you like? Standard rapid fire. Bullets never fail. Laser guns all the way. Biological weapons that come off your body. Highly advanced assault rifles weapons. I'm gonna go with the razor discs. I love the terror that they're gonna instill. How well protected do you want to be? Heavy armor so thick it's plates of armor. Light armor that lets you move quicker than normal. A few slabs of metal to cover your most vital area. Otherwise, you hope your hide is tough enough. Hell no. I ain't that dumb. View my results. You got Tyranids. Alright. obviously the most based form of power. Look, it's like an RPG. I loot the shit out of everyone I kill. Which Space Marine character are you? Which army to choose? Let's go with the Space Marine real quick. Alright. A horde of Chaos Marines are charging toward you. What do? I have no idea what they are. I'm just gonna charge into them with Rhino tanks. Yeah. Tanks are weapon. What is your weapon of choice? A bolter, a frost axe, a chainsword, a book? Who the fuck is carrying a book? What the fuck is a bolter? I'm gonna assume it's an assault rifle. Frost axe sounds cool as shit, though. I want that. I'm gonna go frost axe. Which ceremony would you give to your vehicle? Refuel and load up on armor. Bless them with holy water. Perform healing magic. Chunk meat at them. And give hell. Why would I give that? I'm gonna refuel the vehicle. I ain't a fuck. What? You have the choice of traveling in these vehicles. Which do you choose? Land Raider, Land Speeder, Drop. I don't need a vehicle. What is your favorite color? Red. What is your favorite animal? Wolf, bear, the Holy Ghost. That's a fucking animal? No animals can match me. I'll kill that fucking Holy Ghost. Who do you hate more? Tyranids, orcs, necrons? I hate necrons. Or whatever the fuck they are. Someone makes fun of you. What do? Put a curse on him. Punch him a few times. Visually torture him with... Accidentally push him off something tall. Tell him to say sorry. Run him over in a biker lance. I'm gonna punch him a few times, maybe. What is your favorite film? Star Wars all the way. Sorry, Indiana Jones, Ice Cold and Alex, whatever that was. Sound of Music. Where on earth would you like to live? A library, a fortress, don't care, heaven, a vehicle garage, a nice house? I'm going heaven. You got Black Templars. You're a crusader of many wars, a supporter of God, and brilliant in close combat. How the fuck did I become a supporter of God? When did I put a religious sign anywhere? Like, sure, I want to live in heaven, but that's just because heaven has everything. Right? Alright, let's... Which army to choose? What is your weapon of choice? Bolter, frost axe, big shooter, lasgun, railgun, lance, dark lance, possessed bolter, claws, gauss flare. Gauss flare sounds fucking cool as shit. I'm gonna take that. What is your favorite color? Red. How would you get from A to B? Teleport. Why the fuck would why would I leg it motorbike car? Why do I want to leave A? Why would I fly? Click your fingers and hope. Nah, I'm teleporting. What is your favorite plant or tree? Any evergreen, black rose, holly, rose, Venus flytrap. I don't know what a plant or tree is. I don't have a favorite. Was the cinderwood actually would be way better. What is your ideal view from a window? Lava streaming down rocks, normal earth field. I like a normal earth field. What's your favorite animal? Wolf, deathhound, sheep, anything earthly. Gretchen. Me. Yes, I'm my favorite animal. Anything earthly, I'll vaporize you, Kroot. Animals are for eating. You know, I'm gonna go with that one. How would you describe yourself? Loyal, headstrong, a traitor, carnivore, good-looking, better than everyone else, green, intelligent, I don't know, fighter, I'm gonna go intelligent. Squad of enemy troops is charging towards you, what do? Run shooting with your chainsword at the routing, hold back and call a drop pod assault, charge with a lot of tanks. Well, tanks, what are they gonna fucking do to tanks? They ain't gonna do shit. Lob stuff at them and shoot, vaporize them, pork them with a lance, call in the battlesuits, eat them. Ask them nicely to go in. Someone makes fun of you, what do? Kill them, punch them a few times, eat them. Push him off a cliff. I have a feeling this guy made the last one. Strip them atom by atom. In world wars, bombs are given names. What is the appropriate name for your bomb? I'm simply the best. Whoa! Bang bang, you're dead. One big bomb through your head. What bombs? No, I use lasers and ion cannons. I'm pure carnivore. Gay and proud. For humans, evil to all. Monolith of Doom. For humans, version 2. What bombs? No, I use lasers and ion cannons. Imperial Guard. What? Who the fuck are these guys? These guys are some of the shittiest Royal Imperial Guards I've ever seen. Look. Let's compare these losers to actual people with drip. Let's get the actual drip. Here we go. One of them looks way cooler than the other. You see, these other Royal Imperial Guards, shit. They ain't shit. They look terrible compared to these Imperial Guard. These are the legit Imperial Guard. Fuck the Warhammer Imperial Guard. You guys look garbage. Alright, what else? What else is there to do? Are we gonna read a story? Do you guys want to read a story, or? Ooh, let's look at the politics channel. Who is this? Acolyte says. Well, that wasn't interesting at all. That wasn't interesting whatsoever. The real word of God. Cauldron makes pineapple cakes every Wednesday at Nomenclature Road on Earth Bed. It is located within Missouri. The sign is the Secret Villain Society Pub. Despite frequent attempts to find villains, all they find is Numberman, a secret villain. The Protectorate, as such, cannot legally do anything to it, though they are curious who decided to name the pub that. Truly, a masterful word of God. True word of... the real word of God. You'll never see this shit in Lords because he doesn't actually see everything. I'm confused. If you guys look at guidelines, I'm also confused as horny as the horny spider tank. Like, what the fuck? Because it no longer passes all the requirements. Bad words were the requirements. Okay. Politics channel? The First Avenger. Okay. Show me a fanfic and I'll read it. And get all your friends on the stream to watch me read it. This beautiful fanfic. You guys have a fanfic, right? What is that one? That smile one? Smile hero? Hold on. Let's scroll up a bit. Bish Markle. This all started with a Twilight quiz. I'm Alice, super OP power. There's a quiz. Fanfiction reviewer degree. Centaura World. I have no idea what there is to read on here. I know somebody suggested something, some guy or something that's still going on, but where is it? Oblivion NPC. Okay. Doomslayer dominated. Passive aggressive. Pointlessly argument. Yo, welcome back. That's assuming doesn't have cold hot dogs. Where the shit is it? You, personas. That's pretty gay, bro. Reindeer but cyborgs. Ah yes, that is very fun. How disappointing. I must be in myself to have a fursona now. With reindeers in it. Okay. Cook broccoli and cheese, and I thought that said cock broccoli. Cock broccoli and cheese, bro. Ain't it lost? Pretty nice, bro. Okay, I can't find that message. You guys have any stories? I'm all ears for some funny, terrible stories. Is that one dude's story still coming? My New Life, the Worm Celestial Forge, and its eccentric master? Oh boy. The author barely understands English. Let's take a good look at this one. Y'all remember this terrible work of art, right? I think we skipped to like chapter 13. My god, it's still going. It was updated December 6th. It's still going. This fucking garbage is still going. You guys ever have a fridge and it's just not cooling anything? That's what I feel about my fucking water bottles, bro. I want them cool. But no, all I have is this water leaking from it. What the fuck? I don't want water on my water bottle. I want it in the water bottle. Imagine drinking from a water bottle, except you're not drinking what's inside, you're drinking outside the water bottle. What's the point of the bottle? It's not to catch water, I can assure you that. I would love an ice bottle. Let me tell you a story about the Warcrafter. He wrote an MLP fic with a villain protagonist. Villain protagonist was made extremely likable. Readers started rooting for the MC. The writers started getting offended that they liked the villain. You know, that gives me hope for this story. The Warcrafter. This one stopped being updated. Oh, this guy got banned forever. This dude got banned. Last seen June 26, 2021, when he assumedly got banned. The Warcrafter by RH Jr. Let's find his RH Jr. I'm gonna go AO3 instead. Let's take a good look at this man. Alright, where's his LRI? Okay. The Warcrafter. He's 32 chapters. He's updated it in May. Okay. So it's on... He's still updating it on Archive of Our Own. Kind of. He hasn't updated it for a long-ass while. How many chapters are there? His 32nd chapter was released on May, and his 31st was September 2020. So he updates like every 6, 7 months, 8 months, whatever. Y'all want to make fun of this motherfucker? This turd, or whatever? What are you guys thinking? You guys wanting? Alright. He floated, inert, aware, but without any measurable sensation. No sight, sound, scent, texture. He couldn't even feel his own anatomy. His proprioception. What the actual fuck? Who the fuck uses that word? That is pretty fucking stupid, bro. I'm gonna... Reading a story. We're changing the... Hopefully more people will join again, you know? Okay. His proprioception was completely gone. I need to... Okay, perception or awareness of the position and movement of the body. Jesus Christ, bro. His awareness of the body was completely gone. He couldn't even tell if he had arms or legs anymore. He was an amorphous shape, so he didn't have arms or legs. He's an amorphous. If that, housing a spark of consciousness. Hello, Adrian. What? Who's there? He said in alarm. Even as he spoke, he felt a surge of satisfaction that he could speak. Allow me to introduce myself. I am... The voice paused, as if searching for words. I suppose an approximation of my name is necessary. Your language sort of lacks the nuances for my full name. Call me... Call me Agent. Agent, right. That wasn't a comforting nomenclature. Jesus Christ, what is this dude using these words for? Devising or choosing of name things. The discipline of doing so. I mean, it may sound hypocritical, but I use nomenclature as a joke. Nomenclature road. Not a fucking... All things considered, where am I? Why can't I see? To answer the latter first, you are in a semi-amorphous state. Congrats, by the way, of learning that pretty easily. Which has, left you without sensory apparatus for your environment. You sense nothing because you have nothing at the moment to sense with. Well, I mean, he's hearing you. He can sense that. Agent sounded a little embarrassed at this. I apologize. I'm sure it's not comfortable. But you really don't have any sensory approximates for the environment you are currently in. You wouldn't understand what you were seeing if you could. Let me adjust a few things. The nothingness faded, or rather, something faded in. A misty, featureless plain under a twilit sky. Adrian found himself looking at, facing a soft, misty cloud of light hovering over that plain. He realized in the next moment that he himself was at an identical cloud of light. Though how, he couldn't tell or he couldn't say. He certainly couldn't crane his neck to look himself over. There, I hope that's better. It's all illusory, but at least it gives you an avatar of sorts to communicate with. He already had an avatar to communicate. That semi-amorphous state, remember? Yeah, great. Why wasn't he panicking? Wait, no adrenal glands, no fight-or-flight response, of course. Then why are you able to... Okay. He doesn't even have a brain. Well, of course. Interesting enough, he was still capable of getting agitated at a situation. But you... What? How? You have no brain to calculate that because you have nothing of the peripheral nervous system. You don't have a peripheral or central nervous system and you somehow can think and get agitated? What a fucking horde of cock shit. What's your logic of, oh, no adrenal glands, so I can't be panicking? Sounds convoluted and dumb. Okay, so my first question, where the heck am I? Let me throw in a why while I'm at it. You are in my native environment, an existential plane. Call it the between. Between what? Everything. They gave him pause, for sure. As to what or who I am an extra-dimensional, hyper-advanced, though advanced isn't quite the right term. Well, you'd call me a cosmic entity. And I have brought you here because I wish to make a deal. A deal? An agreement, yes, an exchange of services. That doesn't sound right. And that kicked Adrian's bump of skepticism right in. Cosmic bling snapping up random individuals and offering them deals. Superpowers or magic green rings, for example. It was cliche, and 90% of the fanfics he read, and more than a couple he'd written. Yes, you are familiar with the concept. Adrian squinted suspiciously. Or at least thought really hard about squinting suspiciously at the amorphous cloud of light in front of him. Okay, why me? Why not you? Agent pointed out reasonably. Reasonably! Why not you? Yes, reasonable. You are well within the acceptable averages for the necessary attributes. At the very least, you are familiar with the concept and seem to incline to my idea of fight in missing flight or fighting instant glance or now you wouldn't be surprised if the percent of three-dimensional entities such as yourself would go into either screaming hysterics or a catatonic feud by now. What a load of fucking words, bro. Adrian gave a mental snort. At least he wasn't trying to pass him off as the chosen one, or the like. If this was a dream or a hallucination, it wasn't offending his literary sensibilities yet. Yeah, this shit sucks. Massive ass. I feel like I'm dying as I'm reading this. What the actual shit? First off, there are words used that really do not make sense to be using. He does know that Arc of Our Own and Sufficient Velocity are frequented by people who failed 6th grade English, right? I mean, I didn't, but still. 6th grade English readers. Like, bro, you don't use nomenclature or perioproception or whatever. What was it? Proprioception. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Do not use big words when they have no reason to be there. I can start by doing it. The convoluted correlation between all of these existences in between the mortal plane of physical dimensions has caused an existential dread to accumulate within all recipients. What the actual fuck? Who the fuck would say that to somebody? Nobody here is a scientist, so why the fuck would I say that to them? Unless, of course, I was saying it to prove a point, which your fanfiction does not need to do. So why would you use it? To prove a point that you know big words? You don't need that. You're facing toddlers at this point. Do you think toddlers are going to understand what you're saying? No, they're probably going to think, oh, you made that word up. The only reason I'm not thinking that is because I've used both words. I've seen both of them. This was in first person, but this guy isn't even supposed to be thinking. He's in amorphous form. He doesn't even have a brain. And then he was like, oh, I don't have adrenal glands, so I can't be fight or flight response. So you don't have a peripheral nervous system, and you can somehow still think, even though you'd require one to think properly. Talk to Rob, masturbatory adjacent intro to the chapter, but if they show up later, it's never good. Yeah. Whenever you have a Rob show up at the beginning and then show up later, it always pisses the fuck out of me. It's not a good story. Look, in fact, just remove the Rob entirely. Anyone who... I want a story where some guy's like, fuck omnipotence, doesn't exist, never existed in the first place, and is made up by a bunch of Christian assholes. That, my friends, is a far better personality trait than, curse you, random omnipotent bastard! You gifted me powers! How dare you! Like, what a faggy response, am I right? Little bitch. Gets powers, curses at the sky angrily. You know what? I want a fic where the random omnipotent bastard is actually just like, not even random omnipotent. It's just some asshole that you offended in real life who somehow gained powers. And he's just being a dick. And at some point you face the fucker and kill him. Now that would be interesting. But no, it's never that. It's either going to be a final boss character, which makes no sense, or it's going to be a guy who's standing there watching, judging you. It's never just him being an asshole because he hates you specifically. It's always, oh, hey, this guy's actually God. Most people who think omnipotence exists don't realize how much of a contradiction it is. Most of the powers in omnipotence go against each other by default. That's why the anti-omnipotence theory exists, where make a rock that you can't lift, and then, you know. All fiction is not real. I'm gonna be real. You cannot imagine every single thing that will be made. But at the same time, you can't imagine things that will never happen. What do you? It's a contradiction to the contradicts itself. It's exactly what a paradox is. That is, a paradox contradicts itself. That is why omnipotence doesn't exist. It's a paradoxical. It's a paradoxical power. You're omnibenevolent, but God is considered Christian omnipotent, right? He's considered omnibenevolent, which omnipotents are. Omnipotence would gain omnibenevolence, but at the same time they'd gain omnimalevolence. So they'd both be extremely evil and extremely good. But then they'd also have omni-neutrality. So they'd be also just extremely neutral. All of those would go against each other. It'd be like multiple personality disorder, except they can't get that because they're immune to it, but they can, because they have the power granting them multiple personalities. You see how ridiculous that is? Omnipotence is shit. And anyone who wants it is probably gonna go screaming their fucking head off. But they won't, because they'll just be walking around. Then they're gonna be screaming their head off in another universe. Oh wait, they can't do that because they're just gonna be walking around. Oh wait, they're still screaming. You see? Yeah. Benevolence goes against neutrality, and malevolence also goes against neutrality. So it's a three-way war. It's also why I hate characters who are too powerful and can do all the things. Like the original Beyonder, who is somehow multiversal or something. And Dr. Manhattan. Both of them make no fucking sense and would probably kill themselves. Let's be real. Even if they weren't immortal, like even if they didn't have human minds, it's something they don't. They would still fucking kill themselves, or try to at least. Precisely because of the power they have. When you are everything, you are nothing. Naturally, that kind of goes against yourself, so... Yikes. The Warcrafter is gay. Let's go to chapter 10 of the My New Life 9 Worlds Celestial Forge and its Stream Master. Wait, Cap 30, we are in Marvel. Cap 40, Luz Nokeda of the Owl House appears in the story. Cap 56, Taylor returns with a bang. I'm gonna go to Cap 30. I don't know why he says Cap 30, but World 2, Marvel. By the way, omniscience is a lie. Anyone who claims to be omniscient is a liar. Doesn't matter. You can know everything and you'll instantly die doing so, because you know exactly what kills you upon knowing. Zara, what are you sending me? Okay. What is this shit? I don't find the Skinwalker does anything the Skinwalker does humorous in the latest. I don't find anything the Skinwalker does humorous in the least. Armsmaster growled. Dragon sighed. And that's the whole problem, Colin, she thought. When a person made of silicon and computer programming is easier to make laugh than you are, you have issues. Alright, so Fan and Armsmaster. Armsmaster was just cruising past the ferry south when he saw it. There was a whistle and pop, and a firework burst somewhere over the middle of Shantytown. In a second, then a third, showering the skies with rosettes and sparkles. "It's him!" Cullen blurted. "It has to be!" "How can you tell?" A fourth rocket went up. With a dozen staccato pops, letters formed. "Armsy is a doink." "Call it a hunch," Armsmaster growled. He revved the motor on his bike. "Colin," Dragon said, but her voice steady and soothing. "Now don't do anything rash. Colin!" Armsmaster wasn't listening. He hit the accelerator again. Fan and Armsmaster. Even Wildbow has a hate boner for Armsmaster for some fucking reason. Like, seriously, Armsmaster working with Coil Enslaving dragon? Yeah, okay. It's almost like what he did during Leviathan was completely out of character. Out of left field, you would say. Seriously, what the fuck? Yeah, Dragon is his friend, and he does listen to his friend, Dragon. I also don't know why people think he's a fucking socially inept loser. Armsmaster is like one of the best heroes at PR. That's pretty much established. Yeah, the line sucks. Whatever story that was that Zero sent me, I think that might be the Warcrafter. Let me go. Don't do anything. Yup, it's this story. Here it is. Look at this. Look at this shit. The original is he's not socially inept. It's just that Fanon has depicted him as socially inept because a bunch of losers think that Taylor's reliable narrator. Taylor looked like a villain from the start and was probably acting like one from the start. When you set necrosis upon somebody, chances are you're not a hero. Gonna be real. Especially when you later shoot a baby with a gun. Under the belief that Grey Boy is going to turn his entire life into suffering. I don't think the baby even has enough nerves to understand true pain. And its brain would probably shut off upon the millisecond it does. Very illogical reasoning to shoot a baby. When a Skinwalker fell, Armsmaster tased him. Good. It's not a mercy kill, it's a fucking toddler. Also, Grey Boy isn't immortal. It would have been way better to shoot his fucking hand off and let him regrow it in his static field. Grab the baby. Taylor inflicted necrosis on Lung before she was nearly dead. Before Lung even noticed her. There's only one way Taylor could have done that, and that's before Lung was literally set himself on fire, which happened to be before Lung had literally grabbed her by the neck and was about to steam cook her. She could not do anything to Lung after that. After he sets himself on fire, all the bugs die. She can't attack, so she was setting necrosis before that. Honestly, how necrosis happened was retarded. There's no way necrosis happens with a regenerator. A good regenerator like Lung. Wild Bow just made Lung a wharf right there. So, like, oh my god, how is this guy not an A-lister? Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Oh no, I'm about to die. Armsmaster doesn't have anti-regen serum. You're talking about a tranquilizer. Something that bypasses durability. It's not an anti-regen. Cause and effect wise, yeah, she attacked off faulty information. Taylor was basically acting like a retard. No, it was stated to slow down, not shut down. There's no way Tranks can shut down regeneration. Tranks don't work like that. Wild Bow's a retard. I can tell Wild Bow a bunch of things that Wild Bow doesn't know. Like how Titans made no fucking sense. Then Skinwalker tied Armsmaster up in vines, took a selfie with him, and ran away. Skinwalker would get stasis clock blocker style. People do realize that Armsmaster has a clock blocker halberd, right? He has a time stasis trigger on one of his halberds. The motherfucker can pull a clock blocker. Even before Nanothorns. And he probably has a dozen other things we don't know he has in his halberd, because most of them get fucking broken. It's ridiculous. Tinkers are bullshit, man. Ooh, somebody put vent me like a madman. Work not helping with stress. Okay, well, that's not funny. It's sad. Who wants to punch random person's boss? Go nuts because I asked for his ID for his... I asked for an ID for his alcoholic beverage. Ah, yes. Go nuts. How dare you tell me that I can't afford this because I'm a minor? Would a fire or lightning breaker be skitter-proof? Yes. Honestly, lung should have been skitter-proof. Anyone who's hotter than 108 degrees Fahrenheit will start killing bugs that stay on them for longer than 20 seconds. Not only that, but the poisons will have to be stronger to start killing them. Armsmaster is basically Worm's Batman. And what do you mean, like Green Arrow? I thought Assault was a Green Arrow. You know, cracky, always there, pretty quick, but overall harmless. For some reason, Assault is seen as a weak Protectorate member, even though he's probably one of the stronger ones, next to Dauntless. Yeah, he does. Kinetic. He's basically fucking. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense. Armsmaster is supposed to basically be Superman and Batman for the E&E. He's the strongest member, and he's always prepared for everything. That's the E&E Protectorate. It's Armsmaster at the top. That's why he's the leader. When it comes to, yeah, our government fund, Batman, pretty much strongest there. Shame that there is no actual Superman in the E&E. I mean, yes, but he's not really that powerful. Dauntless is just lung on power boosters that are slow working. Would a fire like... Oh, I already read that one. Okay. Look, I'm gonna be honest. Velocity kinda got fucked in the powers department. And he got fucked for no fucking how he died was the most retarded shit I've ever heard. He should be completely invulnerable to water. Water should not be able to do anything to him. In his breaker state, water should not affect him whatsoever. Yet somehow he drowns. He doesn't need to breathe. Does he? I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Wildbow's a retard, has no fucking idea how speedster power works. Also, ironically, anyone at the speed of sound with no backlash would punk 90% of Worm. That's why One Punch Man would fucking curb stomp most of Worm. Like, not Saitama, but just A-class and heroes in general. The only people who are going to be able to fight are, like, the triumvirate, people with effects nearly as ridiculous. So, basically, Armsmaster, Mirrodin, Chevalier, Bastion, etc. A lowest tier brute and everything except for survive. Chevalier is actually that good. The problem with Chevalier is that he doesn't really get his power expanded upon. I'm pretty sure he could use Tinker Tech. Like, he could... Imagine him grabbing Tinker Tech alloy armor, right? And just putting it on himself. Expanding over it. It's one of the best powers I've ever seen. It's just so fucking underused. It's a really good power. Okay, Aeon. Chevalier is a really strong power. It's just I think
most people don't realize, he's basically given the Dauntless treatment, where, oh, you're not allowed to do this and that. So, okay, he is a good thinker power against parahumans, but that's not what the thing is. Let's take a good look. Power to combine properties of several items into ones, taking their attributes into his primary weapons and armor. Imagine if he had 4 steel chest plates and just merged them into one. That is what you are dealing with. He is basically... He is practically invincible. The only reason why he isn't given the good bullshit I am super powerful treatment, the weight combines doesn't mean anything, actually. The dude carries a cannon gun blade like it's a fucking... He carries it with one arm. The weight doesn't matter to him. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even care about the weight. I don't think he's even given a brute rating. Yeah, he's not. He's a striker thinker. Not a brute. But he can carry his cannon blade with one hand. Yeah, weight doesn't mean shit to him. He can just get a lightweight something and put that property on. Suddenly, everything's lightweight. That's how fucking ridiculous his power is. And it's fucking wasted. It's wasted. Well, why would you give a brute rating to a tinker? He's basically a tinker. But yeah, his power is wasted. He can't brute things that aren't his item. Yeah, he doesn't even... He can't. He's not a brute outside of his armor and shit. He doesn't even get increased strength unless he puts it in his gauntlets. You know? Shit like that. But yeah, Chevalier has a really good power. And I would love to see people expand upon it. But the problem is, Wildbow has no idea how to use it. Wildbow doesn't know shit about his power. Chevalier is basically Jack Slash mixed with Dauntless. If you don't know why that is, it's because he has an ability to see the shard's usage of the person or whatever. Thus, he can do a Jack Slash. He can instinctively intuit what the enemy parahuman's about to do. The sheer disconnect between the triumvirate and this guy is ridiculous. This guy would be Alexandria or Eidolon level if he put his power to the fullest. If people actually cared about worm characters powers, this guy would be one of those that everyone would love. Not just this guy. Everyone loves to shit on Lee, but he is a ridiculous power. And honestly, him dying made no sense, and it also just fucking sucked. Leet is basically every tinker in one. Yeah. If you can think of what Bakuda does, Leet can make everything any tinker you've seen do. And he has more capabilities at that. The one reason that Leet couldn't just deal with it is because he didn't start off with meta knowledge. He couldn't make something that grabbed the shard and forced it to obedience. He also was too cautious. His shard doesn't like him for some fucking reason. Yeah, he causes a lot of shit. It's just that he's too cautious. He's too careful with all the shit. If he was too cautious, he would have never died. Let's be real. They do not like too cautious people. In general. Unless you're a thinker entity, and it was specifically from Cauldron, They do not like you. Leet was cautious in more than just his building. He was cautious in what he was going to use it for. Coil is different. Anyways, Leet was cautious in what he used his powers for. He was also cautious in what pranks they engaged in. This is pretty obvious when you actually look at it, because Leet would have been an S-class threat, even during the events of Worm. If he put his mind to it, he would have been an S-class threat in no time. The dude would be able to pump out Nilbog level monstrosities. He'd be able to also completely shit on Bonesaw. I'm like 99% sure he'd be able to take out the Siberian with a Stilling Wave from Hero's tech tree. Yeah, he's a fucking S-class threat, even during the events of Worm. Even as his stuff malfunctions, he can just make something to help him with it. If it breaks, well, he'll make another. It really doesn't... How is Leet a natural Thinker Entity trigger? Because the Thinker Entity had thrown shards out. Leet was one of the very few who were able to get a Thinker power without Cauldron. He's only able to create something once. That is also a stupid, ridiculous thing. If you have Leet's power and you know it, you would probably create something that can copy any Tinker Tech. Or fix any Tinker Tech. Which is why Dragon is probably the best with Leet, because Dragon is the thinker of reverse engineering with no downsides. Leet is the free tinker who has everything. However, Wildbow commented that people out of universe tend to overestimate his power. No, he is a Tinker 15. Unlike Tinker 15. I don't know why Wildbow thought that guy is Tinker 15 worthy. Let's take a good look at Tinker 15. If you guys don't know, Wildbow just made Tinker 15, like... oh, you're about to die, or whatever. He's known as the Tower. Well, he is the Tower. Tinker 15's power is a Eden power. He expels materials that are being used to construct the tower. The tower keeps him alive, whatever. It was shit. It was basically, oh, here's how you'll suffer with your Tinker 15 power. Let's say you can choose the classification and rating of an otherwise random power you will receive. What classification you choose, or whatever. This guy goes, Tinker 15, come at me, and Wildbow goes, you can build anything. You can manifest advanced materials with which to build war, secreting it from your body. Furthermore, your produced gear upgrades itself over time. This comes at a cost. Your volition is gone. The shard is in full control, and in the course of its building frenzies, you're a mind trapped in a body that has been altered to a cyborg state. Every limb, joint, bending painfully in the wrong as you scurry and lurch this way and that, vomiting out materials. Whatever. This is not how a shard would work, even in Worm. It's like completely going against how shards work. There is no making new things. The shard is taken over. There's nothing new to build off of. Why would any shard do this? It's a complete contradiction. You know? At least Leet's power makes sense with him having to build new things. But this, if you can build anything, and you choose to build and you are forced to build only what the shard wants, what is the point? What is the point of having a tinker power that doesn't tinker? No shit, it's a thinker entity shard, 'cause it sucks ass! But Wildbow doesn't care. Wildbow just wants to make sure everything's as terrifying as can be. If someone's like, even coming from you, this is dark. No, this is just shit power. Straight up, nobody. I would straight up say this is one of the worst ideas ever created for Worm. Zero keeps talking to me in DMs. I read somewhere that because entities die, shards try to become their own entities by taking over their parahuman. That's wrong. Zero is in the stream, not the entities. Shards cannot become their own entities. I don't know why people keep saying they can, but shards are not large enough to become an entity. They are basically nothing. When a shard tries to become an entity, all they're doing is copy pasting. They're just copying themselves and then just going, hey, now I'm the entity. It's not being an actual entity. I don't know why people think it is. Shards and entities are different. Anyone who says that shards and entities are the same is wrong. You cannot call a cell you. You are not a biological organism within your body that is smaller than a water bottle. You are not that. Because you are larger than a water bottle. Because you're not that cell. That cell is part of you. It is not you. Entities and shards are different. It takes 1,000 shards to create a miniature facsimile of an entity. One shard is not enough. Now, an Endbringer, on the other hand, is different. It only takes one massive shard to do that. Of course, you'll be nowhere near as large as an Endbringer in their mass, which is honestly ridiculous, and I think another reason why Wildbow should stick to not doing world building and have someone else do it. But, like, still. At least it's not the Zion shit. And the, Ward. Fuck Ward. Gay shit. Alright. Just to have Kaiju for... Yeah. Ward? Ward is glorified fanfiction that has somehow been deemed canon. Because it's made by Wildbow. It's the sequel to Worm, and it's focused on Victoria, aka Glory Girl. Terrible protagonist. Terrible story. Yeah. Ward was basically fucking over pre-established canon. And laughing all the way, like it was some jolly good joke or prank, and then saying, yes, this is canon. It isn't. I mean, there are some things that make sense, like a species existed that nearly destroyed the entities, but how they did it with fucking nanofluids makes no sense. Nanofluids, even if they defy physics, ain't shit to what we've seen of the entities. I'm sorry, a stilling wave defeats liquid. Unless it's liquid existence, in which case it beats the fuck out of everything. Ward also completely shits on Panacea. Panacea was always a complete monster. She just hid it behind the, oh, I'm overworked and shit, and my family life sucks. I mean, you do remember that Worm, she wasn't really the greatest. In Ward, she's just an irredeemable version of her Worm self. That for some fucking reason, somehow turned into that. There's also Goddess. Yes, there you go. That's better. Unsympathetic complete monster fits Panacea around. Well, in Ward, Jack Slash somehow completely fucking perished or something. I don't know why. How the fuck did he lose his mind anyways? He's in a Grey Boy bubble. His mind resets. He would literally be unable of forgetting. He would sure be unable of forgetting it, but it wouldn't break his mind because his mind would constantly reset. It takes more than just memories to make a guy go mad. There's a specific process in the brain. So him just losing, unless of course March is a plot device. I mean, then again, I prefer March over Tattletale. Tattletale was the worst plot device in existence. People overpower her to fucking godhood. It's true. That's completely true. Wildbow also can't walk around without explaining everything as, it was Contessa Simmer Tattletale fault. Bro, I read a fanfic where Lisa literally said, I can stare at a guy for 15 minutes and guess and get his social security number. No, you can't. Nobody can. Even if you could look at all of his memories, you would not be able to find his social security number in 15 seconds. You want to know why? Because you'd kill yourself doing that. I don't think people I think people really forget that seeing people's thoughts and memories would probably kill you because of the sensory overload. And that anyone who has an ability like Tattletale's literally can't do that. Even if he did remember it off the top of his head, there are no tells. Your body does not indicate numbers unless you are using your fingers to indicate numbers. She's not a superpowered version of Sherlock Holmes. She's a weaker version. If you've seen the entry to Sherlock Holmes, like when the one doctor, whatever the fuck his name, I forgot what he was, visits Sherlock. Was he a thief? I don't care. Anyways, he visits Sherlock. Sherlock basically does everything Tattletale does, but in less time. Pretty much. A version of Sherlock with wisdom and an incapability of expanding knowledge. Also not a druggie. Watson, yeah, that guy. I forgot Watson's name. How do I do that? Oh no, I'm becoming Oni Lee. That's another character, Oni Lee. I wish more people went with his power, because it's a really terrifying one. Not only does he clone himself, but his mind degrades over time. Imagine having that as a consequence to a power. Now that is a proper consequence. Every time you replace yourself with a clone, so you slowly degrade. That makes sense. It makes more sense than Tinker 15. My only problem with it is, why is it a power? Yeah, the powers need to be used, but why does this one need to be used? The point of using it if it degrades the mind. Unless it came with a shard, and the shard wants to know how to fix that. So it keeps using it and tries to find a way to make it get fixed. Also, a lot of people forget that Tattletale gets a lot of false inputs from her power. A lot of it false inputs. When she gets things right, usually that's after 74 wrong tangents. You know? Because believe it or not, body tells do not indicate that much. As much as people would love to say, oh, I can tell exactly what you're thinking at the top of your head just by looking at you, you can't. If a person is staring at you, and you decide to find all of their tells, even if you could discover all of their tells, you would be barely able to understand what they're doing. That's the reason why Sherlock is fucking ridiculous. Because he basically bullshits it. And that's why Tattletale's ridiculous. She also bullshits it. But for some reason, she bullshits it even more. At least Sherlock, it makes sense, because he does more than bodily tells. He identifies the sounds. He identifies everything. Tattletale does it from bodily tells. Which is ridiculous. Oh, he's favoring one arm over the other. That means it's his dominant hand. But if he already knows your power, maybe he's lying to you? You know? Because he understands your power, Why would he not be trying to favor the other arm that he isn't dominant in? Maybe he's ambidextrous. You know? You can't really go, this is his dominant arm, unless you see them being used. Like, sure, if they never knew your existence, it's probably their dominant arm. If they're a paranoid, schizophrenic bastard, probably not. They're probably doing it as a lie. You know? Just in case you have the ability to cold read or something. Corroborating evidence. Tattletale's power is stupid. You wanna know another stupid thing? Path to victory. Somehow people think that Contessa's path to victory is that powerful. It isn't. I can think of a dozen abilities off the top of my head, which are basically the same except better. Shah Nakba Imuru from Fate Stay Night, Gilgamesh's nigh omniscient power, is a superior path to victory. Solomon also has a superior path to victory. Basically, any clairvoyance X from Fate has a superior quote-unquote path to victory. Yeah, there you go. Tattletale's power would go, this person's an arsonist, this person smoked, this person threw themselves in a train, this person rolled around in coal, this person did this. Or Oni Lee spread ash on them or something. True luck stat is F minus, rest in peace Solomon. But yeah, so many abilities make Path to Victory look like shit. And I honestly, the only reason Path to Victory exists is because Wildbow has no idea how calculations work. You could attempt to calculate all the movements of the atoms in 10 by 40 worlds. Guess what? You're going to be completely wrong. Doesn't matter how many models you use. All of them are going to be wrong. You want to know why? Chaos factor. That exists in everywhere. It doesn't matter. Truth is stranger than fiction. You can try as hard as you like. You will never be able to completely determine every outcome. Never. Doesn't matter what you are. Doesn't matter how good you are. Doesn't matter your intelligence. You are a fucking loser and you deserve to stay that way. You have no control. The world says fuck your bullshit. It isn't even quantum mechanics. It's physics in general. Physics makes PTV completely useless. That amount of power would be able to end the entire shard. Unless the shard is connected to multiple worlds as batteries, being able to see 30 years with PTV across all the worlds would completely kill PTV. In fact, they should have killed Zion. That's worth 70 years of like all the nuclear reactors in the world and all the nuclear bombs going off wouldn't even nearly hit that energy. It wouldn't even be 1/1000th of that energy used by PTV. And that's some really ridiculous energy creation, alright? So no, PTV makes no fucking sense. It's lazy, it's not energy efficient whatsoever. And also, not only that, but nobody in Worm actually sees the future. Nobody. Nobody in Worm has actual future sight. It doesn't exist in Worm. They do the equivalent of a weather forecast. And people somehow go, but the Simmer kids see the future? She does the same thing as Contessa. She's not actually looking at the future. One thing that I really dislike about the Simurg, she can't see the present. So how the fuck is she doing what she does? I don't care if you cannot see the present, your planning ability for the future and past is completely shit. The present is required to predict the future. She cannot see the present. She can just see the past and future. What a fucking ridiculous power. Makes no sense. And then the fact that she can build Tinker's tech. Why can't she see the present? I have no fucking idea. Yeah, she has no reference. She has no understanding of time. She is. She doesn't even understand where she is in time. She can only see the future and the past. And the past and future are constantly changing. Too fast for any computer to understand unless the computer is, again, basically massive. So fucking much more energy consuming than. Even Path to Victory isn't as energy consuming, actually. So. Yeah, if you have no frame of reference, the future is useless to predict. And the past is useless to use. And then on the concept of time powers, I don't think entities actually do time mechanics or manipulation. I think they manipulate space and think this way. Clockblocker's ability is stopping something in time, assumedly. This can be done by locking in space. Yeah, they should have already beaten entropy. They can't beat entropy. They're gay. Within microseconds of the present. Even if she could, there's still no foundation. She can't see the actual present, which means everything will change. Sakia gets killed by GU. Fuck that bitch, gay ass maid. Gee, you can't even touch her. She isn't even supersonic. Velocity can touch her. Tahu characters are shit physically. Alright? That's just a fact. They aren't even getting to her past the time stop. I mean, if you're Dio, you can. The spatial warping? Again, Dio. Dio beats Sakia. End of story. Also, she doesn't even have time resistance. Is anyone in Warm Dio? Clock blocker. He is secretly Dio. He's just been hiding his powers all this time. Worm X JoJo fanfics? Yeah, there's actually a few. One of them is actually Dio. They aren't... Okay, most of them are baseline humans and strength and basically everything in stat physically wise. A lot of them are baseline humans, unless they're yokai, in which case they're like better than baseline humans by a lot. Not called Dio, though I think there are ones called Dio. Let's go to wormstorysearch.com. Then we're gonna search JoJo. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Wow, look at all these fanfics of. Let's limit by 10,000 words, like always. Alright, let's go 20,000 words. Yeah, that's because it's all a card game. If it wasn't, she dies. Like 1,000 times over. Anyways. No Escape from Reality, What is Time, Ace of Spades, Warmix / JoJo one-shot collection. I hate one-shots. Really. Jotaro reincarnated as Sasuke. I fucking hate JoJo fics on average, mostly. It's just not my thing. But speaking of Sasuke and shit, there's a fic where you guys know Muramasa. What? How do you pronounce his name? Well, yeah, that's because JoJo sucks. Anyways. What was his name? Muramasa? Muramasa? How do you pronounce that? Muramasa. Whatever. The ancient sword man. Sword making man. Who is an ancestor to Shiro Emiya, assumedly. Every one of the Uchiha, whatever the fuck, yeah, I don't care. Those guys are black-headed gays, anyways. um, they all get these dreams from ancient sword blacksmith man from Fate, not actual history. Basically Shiro, and they all only Sasuke gets to actually is able to actually become his apprentice through these dreams. It's ongoing. It just happens like hold on, let me go open it up real quick. Let me go find it. Hopefully it has another chapter. It's like 2 chapters now. 3 chapters probably. Alright, there's it. Fanning the Forge. Yeah, it's 3 chapters long. It's 15,000 words. I think it's interesting. No, it's an assumed thing. I mean, it would make sense. Shiro is literally the origin of sword. Literally has an origin of sword. You can't change your origin unless Roa infiltrates your body. Or some other bullshit thing. But anyways, it's Sasuke, but now he's gaining blacksmith experience or some shit. Wow, what do we? Well, look at the time. We've been here for quite a while. What do you guys think? Yo, this happened in 6. We're at 7:51. It's pretty cool. We've been here for quite a while. Oh no, it's not a bloodline explanation. Murmaza just assumes that Shiro is one of his descendants because of how Shiro works. Because Shiro's a fucking sword in general. It does make sense. Shiro is, yeah. It's not a bloodline though. It's not Naruto. Oh, it is Naruto, but oh, someone's calling me. Ooh, all right, hold on. I'm gonna talk a little about fanfics. I hate how fanfiction operates. You guys know the feeling of, ooh, I've come in, seen a lot of good fanfics, and then you realize most of these are fucking garbage. So, you scour around in the depths of trash. You can't find good shit. It's suffering. You waste your time. You have things you could be doing aside from reading all this garbage, but you don't do them. It's fucking disappointing, man. I want to punch myself. The Rinnegan. How Naruto's a fucking god. Same with Sasuke. They're both fucking demigods or some shit. Fucking retarded. There's less sense made in the entire fucking universe. This Mikey's right-hand man. Would we be able to hang out? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Who the fuck is this? I was about to say the N-word. Kid. Dude, I don't... Who the fuck is this again? Oh, wait, this is a guy I know from school. No wonder he's saying I have a ride. No, I don't. I don't hang out with people from school. I'm not. Some would say I'm a loner, but I'm just gonna say I'm not a fucking loser dweeb who goes around smoking pot and shit. That's gay, he said. Gonna hit them with the reversal real quick. Reverse. Can't be caught. Got 'em easy. Oh, who joined? I have no idea who joined back. I'm pretty sure all of you were... Okay, I'm just gonna assume it was, Aeon. Oh, Lime Dollar? Okay. Welcome back! Welcome back! Alright. We need more Sasaki Kojiro fanfics. Y'all should know the glory of Sasaki Kojiro. Carnival Phantasm for the best where is it? You know, pretty sure it's, I mean, it's blue, purplish blue. Bluish purple? Miyamoto Musashi is gay. The famous Japanese guy who had a swallow. No, this guy's actually a farmer who happened to hate a bird so much and had so much free time he fucked the dimensional laws of physics and committed the dimensional refraction. I'm pretty sure this guy could one-shot Scion, or an Endbringer, with the swallow reversal technique. That one specific Pokemon is every Pokemon. All Pokemons are just swallows. How broken is Sasaki Kojiro? 20-minute video explaining how broken he is. You could have shortened this to 1 minute. I'm gonna say that in the comments. Alright. This could be 1 minute long. Extremely OP. Please never nerf. There's the answer. You made it too long. Don't remember why he hurt the bird. It's because the bird was dodging his sword, so he was like, fuck this, I'm gonna kill that bird. Yeah, pretty much. Gonna kill that bird. That bird ain't shit to the power of the Empire. He could just hire a cleaning lady. He'll hire Saber then. Let's be real. People say I sleep on Saber, but Saber is garbage. Fuck, King Arthur is shit in Fate. Gay as fuck. The only reason King Arthur in Fate is good is because of magic resistance, instinct, and Avalon. She barely ever uses Excalibur. Why would I include that? And she isn't even summoned with Avalon. She's objectively garbage. Her stats are like, oh sure, they're high tier. Yeah, but compared to every other high tier servant, they fucking shit on her. Why didn't she summon with Avalon? Because she loses it. She lost it in the legend, so she doesn't get it. There are a lot of better sabers, and one of them is Lancelot. Lancelot is a better saber. By far. He's a better berserker. He's a better saber as a berserker, too. So... Gawain is a better saber. Okay, so let's not overpower Sigurd real quick. Siegfried is better. Emiya is a better saber. That's one of his noble phantasms, yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's a personal skill, not a noble phantasm. Okita Soji does not have a better version of Kojiro's move. How her move is not instant, like 3 strikes at once. It's a heart attack move. She doesn't break fucking physics. It objectively holds less mystery than Sasaki's, okay? Also, hers is an actual noble phantasm. Kojiro's is literal pure skill. Different places is why Kojiro's is better. That's exactly why his is better. Because you can't dodge his. At all. If you try dodging Sasaki, you will fall to the other slashes. That is entirely why his is better. She just hits the heart. He doesn't. He hits everything. Fuck you. Your bowels, your neck, your arms, all of them in one go. Oh, and if you try dodging, you're still gonna get hit. Even if you can teleport, you're gonna get hit. That's how ridiculous it is. Basically, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck everything you're doing. You're gonna get hit. Even if you pull a shield out from fucking nowhere, you're gonna get hit. Carves right through. Fuck you. The only weakness Sasaki has is the fact that he has no ranged, and his sword is not a noble phantasm. It is just a steel blade he was summoned with. You might as well hand him a fucking stick with how much useful it is against actual servants. And yet he still bats away Heracles with it. What a fucking god. He's not even an actual proper servant, and he fucking bats away Heracles. Yes, Sasaki Kojiro manipulates true magic. That is his entire sword technique. The multi-dimensional refraction, which is part of Kaleidoscope. He basically accesses the Kaleidoscope just from sheer skill. That is why the legend deserves more recognition. Also, he one-shots dragons in Fate Grand Order, so he now has an anti-dragon affinity. So he beats the fuck out of Arturia even more. Not only that, but believe it or not, Sasaki gets better in the middle of fights. Imagine him facing Lung, and them just slow ramping up to each other. Him in skill, Lung in power and speed. In Fate, skill beats power and speed. However, if your power and speed is so astronomically high, they even out. It's fucking ridiculously bullshit. Also, at one point, Sasaki fights Miyamoto Musashi, and they have an infinitely, eternally long duel that only stops because Hirusuka's like, whoa, what the fuck? Hey, stop. I love Sasaki. I want to see more fics of him. Also, there's a Carnival Phantasm thing where Sasaki race Carnival Phantasm. Assassin's True Love. This is I love it. Copy link. It's fucking amazing. Sasaki is basically a game. Sasaki lives the life of a gamer, except with none of the other things, except focusing sheerly on sword skill. He's a big reason why I hate gamers who just focus on magic, because they're fucking gay. Oh, you throw a poison cloud. Tell me when you can cut a poison cloud off of existence, bitch.
100円ください。
お金いるの？
ランサーが死んだ。
この人でなし。
うわあ、セイバー！
ダメです。お金がないとこれ以上スピードが出ません。
お財布が空だ！
シロー、あのバカ。
おっといけねえ。今何かぶつけちまった。
Yeah, but whenever they cast fist and punch the other guy, he just grabs their fist and breaks their arm because they're not strong. And then the mage is like, I cast strength, and punches again, then gets their arm broken again. And then it's like a 4-paragraph essay of why they're suddenly feeling so weak and powerless, and now they get a power up. It's fucking, oh my god. You do not know how many times I've seen that bullshit get pulled. It is fucking retarded. Or you have a sword inside of that stave. Imagine walking around with a stave and people think you're a wizard, but you're actually just a samurai. You have no magical affinity, you just slash people in half. He has a close quarter spell. What the fuck? My growls! Oh, he has a sword. Oh, fuck. I'm lightheaded now. Now I'm headless. Now that, my friends, is how you beat a wizard. Either that or just pull a gun. The reason why people in anime don't typically use guns is because guns don't evolve. Like, the gun itself does not evolve. It's the research that goes into them that evolves, but you can't really grow with a gun. You can't grow more skilled than once you've reached the peak. Swords, you can. Look, you can't carry around an actual sword. But you can carry around a sword cane as long as they don't realize it's a sword. Threaded cane. Sword canes are not a coward's weapon. A coward's weapon is the assassin's, that thing that Assassin's Creed really fucking revolutionized, that wrist flick stab thing. That's a coward's weapon. Ultimate anti-katana. Your enemy is holding a katana equals E to your enemy lost. Yeah, but then you'll lose anyways because they leveled up. Don't they cut off a finger to use it? Why would you need to cut off a finger? Turn your hand into paper. There you go. Paper formation, cut. Or a fist. Flick it out and then stab. What's the point of cutting a finger? What a shitty system. That must have been an intentional thing. There's no way that was an accident. There was no way that was not intentional. So it was intentional. Because there'd be no reason for somebody to design a weapon for assassins to identify them as assassins. What is the point of identifying an assassin? There is no point, aside from if you're the enemy. Imagine being an assassin and getting caught because you have a finger cut off. Like all assassin boyos. What retardation, bro. How many people are gonna be walking around with cup fingers that aren't assassins in that case? Somebody's gonna fucking notice. Somebody's gonna be like, hey, wait a second, I've seen that guy multiple times, and I think he's an assassin. He's always talking to this one guy who also has a cut-off finger. I see. I'm gonna go into that house and kill them now. Plants fucking bombs, Guy Fawkes style, but unlike Guy Fawkes, sets them off. Boom, assassin dead. Now this guy's an assassin, and he's not a stupid enough idiot to put a fucking... They must be demons. An assassin... That would make sense. Du es vote! Du es vote! Du es vote. Anyways. Holy Grail Grand Prix Vehicle Lottery. Also, people be like, don't sleep on Medusa. Medusa without her eyes is shit. The only reason she's seen as powerful is because her speed is ridiculous. She's still not that good, I'm gonna be real. Bellerophon, her steed, her Pegasus. Gay shit. Honestly, why is she even summoned with a damn thing? She doesn't have it in her legend. Who's the strongest servant of every class? Gilgamesh. Ooh, you want a better answer? Because that's the answer. There is no one more powerful than Gilgamesh in Fate when it comes down to heroic spirits. Who's the strongest servant out of every class? Gilgamesh. There you go. People overestimate the fuck out of King Hassan. I don't know why people think that the old man of the mountain is that powerful. He isn't. The only reason he does so as much shit as he does is because he was summoned as a grand servant. He is not Ozymandias' level. The only reason he was able to put the fear of God into him was because he was a grand servant. If you remove that, Yes, Caster Gill beats Merlin. Merlin has no way of beating Caster Gill. It's 1,000 things that are the Age of God level versus one Merlin. Merlin can't stop that. And all of those things recharge. Gilgamesh can straight up pull a spell book that sends Merlin to Avalon. Because it happened before. Simple as that. As long as humanity has made something, Gilgamesh has it. As long as he's pilfered it during his time, he has it. And let me tell you, every noble phantasm, even stuff like Gabe Woodhey and Gaedierg, they are in his vault. He has them. He went around, he grabbed them, he put them in his treasury. It's fucking stupid to assume that he can't kill anyone. There's no servant Gilgamesh cannot kill. That is just how he works. He has the counter to everything. Now, is he going to use it? No, he's a fucking arrogant asshole. Is he the most powerful? Yes. Even compared to Ishtar, he's more powerful. An actual god is weaker than Gilgamesh. That is how he operates. Fuck you, fuck your rules, and he's Gilgamesh. It's like putting puppies next to him. He doesn't even have to try to beat people. It's fucking ridiculous. Caster Gill, without any effort, can dodge multiple attacks from what is basically Medusa. And Mash at the same time. He does it with the laziest resting bitch face of all time. That's how fucking bullshit Gilgamesh is. Without any effort, he can practically best every servant that we've seen. Even Solomon isn't at Gilgamesh's level. When we go Gilgamesh at full power, we're talking unleashing Ea, which is pretty much, despite what most people think, an actual world-busting attack. The only reason it doesn't actually bust the world is because of Enkidu. Enkidu will always be summoned to stop it. If it was unleashed at full power. Gaia has systems in place to stop such attacks. And Enkidu is one of them. Just happens to be. Zero. I'm gonna put what Zero put. His overly muscled body must be unpleasant for men to look at. It's true. Also, another thing, Arturia isn't actually a servant or a heroic spirit. Believe it or not, Arturia is just Arturia from when she was dying. There is no change. It is a living servant. So she's actually more powerful than what her servant self would be. And yet, she's still shit. She's garbage tier. She's not a dead servant. She is a living human. With more, because of how she works, she's even more powerful. Yes, pretty much. Ea works by busting textures. So, every texture, and the universe has textures in every universe, but in Fate, those textures are actually important. Really important, because they're a lot of why the metaphysics works. Gilgamesh breaks them with Ea. Ea can break every single one that we know of. It's just that, he doesn't really use it that way often. The only time we actually see him use it like that is really in Fate Grand Order, where he shoots it at Tiamat. And it goes to the underworld, where she doesn't have any power, or immortality, because all the humans are dead in the underworld, you know? All life is dead in the underworld. But yeah, imagine how that would work in a universe like ours, where it's just one texture. You can see why our planet wouldn't survive. Especially if it all gets erased. But yeah, that's also why it fucking breaks the moon cell. Splits it like a piece of fucking candy. Fate's metaphysics are a bit ridiculous. If you think of a rule that servants have, just assume that Gilgamesh breaks it. Because he's Gilgamesh. No, I'm not lying. That is pretty much how it works. Oh, normal servants can't beat grand servants? Gilgamesh can. Because he's Gilgamesh. Oh, servants can't come back to life? Gilgamesh already did it. Because he's Gilgamesh. Oh, servants can't destroy any opponent with every countermeasure? Gilgamesh has it. Grand servants are summoned with more heroic spirit power and are summoned by the world itself, pretty much. So basically, think of a heroic spirit, except still massively nerfed. And then, you know what? Don't even think of a heroic spirit. Heroic spirits are way too powerful. Grand servants are just better servants. That's all. Yo, what's up, Lime? What's how? Sometimes my genius is almost frightening. Also, another rule that Gilgamesh breaks. Servants can't be unstoppable. Gilgamesh is pretty much unstoppable. The only reason he doesn't seem like it is because he doesn't use his fucking omniscience. The guy has nigh omniscience and he never uses it. In fact, he fucking restricts it, if anything. He puts that motherfucker down below. He doesn't even use it often. Imagine being able to see, basically do a PTV, Path to Victory, and the Simurgh, while also seeing the present. Multiple presents. Seeing the memories. It would be boring. That's why he keeps it under lock and key. He basically has it fully restricted. Only he can see the truth of anything with a mere glance. That is how fucking ridiculous Gilgamesh is. OP as shit. Gilgamesh is so unstoppable, he has to stop himself. That is some real, like, there's a message that was happened in the server. It was when we were talking about Adolf Hitler and how he was a fucking, yeah, he survived point blank explosion somehow. And, like, Eternal at one point said, it took, I said, I'm surprised it only took one bullet, and Eternal replied with, it took one bullet fired by the most powerful hand, his own. That is some of that shit vibes. Why aren't you pre-gogging to win everything? No, there's not a Hitler servant. As much as I wish to see Hitler with, like, the biggest of tits or something for some fucking... because it's probably not gonna happen for a long while. It would be hilarious, but... shame. He's not too modern. He's actually... Hitler is most definitely a heroic spirit. It's just that... he's not been summoned. Hitler's way too known to not be a heroic spirit. He is practically being blamed on for a lot of reason. Yeah, that's the reason why he's not being summoned, because he's fucking Hitler. No, you can make it to the throne. It's just ridiculously difficult to meet the throne. The biggest requirement is fame. And Hitler's probably the most famous of the man in modern world history. The most famous. Let's be real here. You will not find a man more well known than Hitler. What about Jeff Bezos? Ask everybody in Africa who Jeff Bezos is, then ask everybody in Africa who Hitler is. Literally, more people will know about Hitler than they will Jeff Bezos. So, fame-wise, Hitler, most famous guy in modern history. Mysticalism-wise, Hitler's actually... Hitler historically actually loved magical items and was trying to find them, and also in Fate Stay Night he interrupted the Grail Wars. So yeah, he has some foothold in magic. So he also fits that. He can also be summoned at the... Even, believe it or not, even Shiro Emiya becomes a servant, becomes a heroic spirit, not because of just fame, but because he is pretty fucking famous, but he has a lot of power as well. He does a lot of mystical bullshit. That's why he qualifies. Even though he's a nameless servant. Hitler would be definitely not nameless. It wasn't just because of being a hero. Shiro showed mystical bullshit. He was a magic man. People believed he was a magic man and a massive terrorist who caused an entire fucking war. So that's why Shiro was given the Nameless. Emiya wasn't put into the Throne of Heroes. It was Nameless that was. Emiya was turned into a counter guardian. No, he made a deal with the will of Alea, which Nameless did not do that. Nameless is an actual heroic spirit. But because he wasn't famous enough, he threw away his name, thus became Nameless in the Throne of Heroes. He's still a proper heroic spirit, it's just that he's not that big he's not well known enough to have a name. It's like Sasaki Kojiro, except not a wraith. There is no proper famous name, so why would he be given one? Sasaki Kojiro was a farmer that was given the titles and identity of Sasaki Kojiro. But Stalin is more evil than Hitler? Yeah. Yet Hitler's more known as the most evil. Stalin wasn't even the most evil man. There was a guy who was more evil than Stalin inside of Russia during the time of Stalin, where it was either him or Stalin. Naturally, you don't want a guy worse than Stalin, so you pick Stalin. Jeff Bezos. Yeah, Nameless got on his own merits. Emiya would have qualified as a Nameless, assumedly, but Emiya wasn't really that powerful in his timeline. In terms of power, though, Emiya currently is the most powerful Shiro, bar none. Even Masamune, or Muramasa, whatever, is weaker than Emiya. Counter Guardian Emiya is the most skilled, powerful, and knowledgeable of all the Shiros that we've seen. You're gonna make food, I'm gonna get food. Pizza arrived. Be right back. I'm back. I don't know what's going on, but what were you talking about? Let's take a good look at the recently updated Worm stories. Intermitus, I dislike that one. All according to Cake, have no idea what that one is. Let's take a good look at that one. Endbringer's attacking is strange. TLDR, I'm here to write emotional whoobies and hugs instead of intricate fight scenes and extreme detail on day-to-day PRT operations. Alright, let's read. No, by read I mean skip past everything. Search for Oni Lee. Can't even find an Oni Lee. That's gay. Alright, how about Jack Slash? Slash. Jacob. Uncle Jack. Rest in peace, Jack. Somehow Jack died to the Simmer, even though Simmer can't even do that, but okay. That makes sense, totally. What the fuck was she doing? Alright, we have a word and whatever. Okay. You know, I have dreams of becoming a popular YouTuber. How the fuck do I do that? Everyone's like, oh, YouTubing is really hard. Yeah, I know that. Everyone knows that. My problem isn't, oh, YouTube is hard. My problem is, how the fuck do I expand? Nobody knows how to do that, apparently. Nobody, not a single one. They all go, oh, put in keywords, put in tags, did that, done that. Make a memorable title, did that, done that. Make a memorable description, did that, done that. Have a good voice, I have that, alright? Okay, be entertaining. What am I? Am I a fucking clown? Yeah, of course I am. I'm entertaining, come on. Anime model with tits, gay. Get a shout out for someone famous. How the fuck do I do that? What, pay them? You think they're gonna be caring about the $20 I have? $20? These motherfuckers are famous. They probably get that in like a second. Why the fuck? Have tits? Yeah. I can't do that. Roll with the algorithm. Yeah, but some people can game the algorithm. I want to know how to game the algorithm. At times I'm like, yo, I want path to victory so I can do this shit. I just need to do path to gaining subscribers. Boom. Like, I don't have path to victory. I can't do that shit. Post children's songs. Little bunny Foo got gunned down in the forest, eating carrots and sucking on weed. There's your children's song. A witch came about and fucked around, found out what happened to those in need. Yeah, but the thing is, big people don't do that anymore. They just don't. Like, very rarely do they do that. And when they do that, it's specifically content that they're doing. If you notice, it isn't the 2010s anymore. It's the 2020s. Man, that's fucking weird. It's no longer the 2010s. I have to think about that a little bit. What the fuck? Fucking 2010s passed by like a blur, like a memory. It's just a nostalgia trip. Get on a podcast with a bigger name. I have to be Kyle Rittenhouse. I have to shoot up some people. Of course, I have to have a court case, and it has to be self-defense. Alright, pizza's actually here. Hold on, let me go get food. Back! Jesus, I'm as a commentator. I'll just commentate my own shooting. Actual potheads have weed review, and yeah, I've seen a few actually. That shit was fucking weird, to be honest. I know a few people who gained a lot of subs because of a shoutout, like Code Bullet. But I don't do the type of content that the creators, that guy got shouted out by, aka BatPat, in our game theory. It was a Petscop video that shouted him out. Because Code Bullet does AI things. There's a weed review. I've seen a few. I've seen a lot of them, actually. Well, not a lot of them. I've just seen the channel full of it. Guy was Indian, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I'd make money with read review. Yeah, pretty much. It'd be like naming yourself Drug Bandit. Not gonna make it far. What, Drug Bandit? It's Drug Bandit! He's right there! Get him, boys! We can't, he's too powerful, boss. Sounds like a merchant cape. Makes people forget. Y'all know that Security Breach came out, right? FNAF Security Breach? Shit looks metal as fuck. I love how far FNAF has come. I remember being but a wee lad, looking upon FNAF and going, is Freddy Krueger? Who's Freddy? And then, because it was popular, I was like, I'm gonna stay away from it. Then, like, 2 days later, I saw a video and I'm like, whoa, that's super cool. Then I played a Roblox game and I was like, what? Where's Freddy Krueger? Ah, the lovely days of being a dumb fuck. A bag of rocks were smarter. It wasn't an Untainted. I was autistic as fuck. I was so autistic there, one of my friends online, a Vietnamese person, right? She said she was actually a man. She was like my age. As a joke, right? On April Fool's. I argued against that. Because we had multiple Skype calls and shit. And I was like, no you ain't. Because as an autistic person, I didn't get the joke. Magneto was right. About what? And which Magneto? Okay, I agree. Xavier is a fucking fag. I'm gonna get attacked for saying slurs against gay people. I don't even use gay or faggot in the same context as everyone. I don't even use it to describe somebody who's homosexual. I just use it because I find it funnier as an insult. You use faggot to refer to gay people. I use faggot and gay to refer to people I dislike. Yeah, pretty much. I'm of the belief that most people use slurs as insults, not as actual slurs. They don't actually care about who the word's supposed to target. They're just using it because it's an insult. Also, I'm of the sense that people get way too worked up over a single word. Who the fuck cares who's using a word? No one cares. Calling someone a bitch-ass cocksucker somehow isn't as offensive as saying the N-word. Look at that shit. The N-word. It's like it's some instant kill something. Like, what the fuck? There's like nothing to it. But you guys been using it to enslave people. I'm not even fucking white, asshole, but okay. But regardless, everyone had slaves. Guess what? The blacks enslaved each other more than the whites ever had African slaves in America. And believe it or not, African people basically make fun of blacks in America. Our ancestors enslaved yours. Yeah, Africans hate African Americans. They're not even African American. Let's be real, they're just United Statesian. Like, what? There's like nothing. There's nothing African about them aside from their ancestors. Ancestors like 300 years ago. Half of these motherfuckers never even been to Africa. More than half have never been to Africa. In fact, they haven't even left their own neighborhood. Same with the white people, same with the Chinese, same with the Mexicans, same with everyone else in America. In the United States. Half of y'all haven't even left your own state, so shut the fuck up. And the people who do, who think California is good, you have a terrible understanding of everything. You think that California is good? You haven't even lived in California since 40 years ago, back during its golden age. You need to shut the fuck up and go back. See that garbage state for what it is. Garbage! Oh, what do you say? You've never been. Don't care, I've researched it. Unlike you, apparently. But research can't deal with a real experience. When you go into the real experience, you're ignoring 90% of the state and you're focusing on what you think is good. That's what a tour is. That's what you do. You're sightseeing. You're not seeing the sights. You're sightseeing. You ignore the homeless people. You ignore the drugs. You ignore the people literally shitting on the street, walking naked. You ignore the people getting stabbed to death. You ignore the people looting the Walgreens and making them leave California. California is garbage. Some people are gonna be like, you're racist, you're a white racist cunt. Fuck you, you Caucasian bastard. I bet you look whiter than me. I don't even look white. Come on, I have browner skin than you. And if you happen to be black, you're the worst black I've ever seen. In fact, you talk white. I'm stealing that straight from Bonfire by Gambino. Childish Gambino had it right. First of all, you talk white. Little pussy ass shit. Stain. I know white guys who sound more black than you. Government, you owe us money. It's called taxes. How much do I owe? You have to figure that out. I just pay what I want? No. No, we know exactly how much you owe, but you have to guess that number too. What if I get it wrong? You go to prison. Also, people in Britain be like, oh, the US sucks. You guys have shit cuisine. You guys have a shit country. You guys look like you're fucking midgets. And your accent sucks too. I make fun of that shit while looking at the mirror. I was gonna make a GDP joke, but... I'm not trying to mimic anywhere. They're black. What? The funniest thing is, the only people who are actually racist, like actively involving themselves in the perspective of racism, are these triggered leftists and these triggered centrists. The people who are full-on racist are these fucking white hatters, but we're gonna ignore the KKK wannabes, who aren't even actually KKK wannabes. They're just racist. They're not even whatever. People really want to go, oh, the KKK is big and strong. KKK isn't even the size of my pinky, and half of them have no balls. I could beat the shit out of half of those dudes. They ain't shit, and they ain't even modern. There's like less than 100,000 of them. They ain't shit. They're small. Small time. I can look at them and crush them on the globe. Easy shit. They are that small. Insignificant. But these triggered centrists and leftists, they'll be like, oh, hey, Antifa, that guy is a fascist. Beat the fuck out of him. Wokes and racists agree on, yeah, that video comes to mind. It is true. It is absolutely true. They have the same thought process, except they also go completely off tangent of each other. They cut off at the midway point. But they're basically the same. It's just hidden under a different agenda. Different agenda, same person. Same argument, same agreed. In fact, I would bet that the wokes would want to turn white people into soap just like the racists would turn Jewish people to soap. They both hate Jewish people, though, so... whatever. I can go talk about going on tangents. When I go tangents, it's actually funny. You can keep up. You can understand. When they go on tangents, they go, the Mississippi River is bigger than the Arkansas River, and the explosive yield of a dynamite is, they don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. They don't even stick to the subject. Whoa, racism, big words. I can stick to that. Yeah, fuck geography, and yeah, I am funny. You with your Loki having profile picture, you ain't shit. You have the barely functioning reader role. You deserve it, too. I'm pretty sure I gave that to you. Whatever, you deserved it. Why do you deserve it? I have no idea. Hold on. Let's go to the barely functioning. There's a reason boy has a barely functioning reader role. Lore just announced that the chapter got delayed on SV. Yeah, you deserve it. Barely functioning reader. You're with it with that boy 123 is stacking guy. Whatever the fuck he did. I just know he's stupid, but I say that like an insult. I'm just saying that he's not smart. Sad life. Anyways, going back to the racism word and word shit. Everyone's be like, the N-word, you can't say that. We're taking it back. And also the, we're oppressed by the system. System supports people like you. You wanna know how? Affirmative action. If you think that's the only thing in the government that is actually supporting minorities, you're an idiot. You're stupid. In fact, I can guarantee you're a retard. Most people who are being oppressed, quote unquote, the only reason they seem oppressed is because whites still dominate most of the United States by a 60%. Also, right-wingers like nuclear power. Even centrist rights all of the right wing love nuclear power. Most people in the right do not just look at nuclear power and go, "Oh, it's danger, danger." Those are idiots. We call them conspiracy mad hatters. Fuck the mad hatters. They can go shove themselves into a ditch. Nuclear power is not that dangerous. The waste is basically minuscule. The benefits are great. The only problem is how much money it takes to make one, but it offsets itself in the future. Perfect source of energy. Well, not perfect, but better than everything we have. But these faggots want to be, oh, solar power. So fuck your solar power. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you and your family. Solar power ain't shit. It's garbage. But wind power is even sucks even more. But water power, okay, that I agree. Water power is pretty cool. However, the problem with water power is a lot of space. Needs a lot of space. Needs a lot of dams. It's gonna fuck over a little section of area. All the wildlife there is gonna probably die. That's the problem with water. Water is better than wind, and better than solar because it goes on all day, and it keeps going. But it has more effect on the local climate, well, not climate, local wildlife. Mostly fish. Most of them die and get shoved out of the water. Can't really have them in your water supply when your power supply, you know? Don't want that shit there. Turbines just happen to kill a lot of birds, so yeah. Solar panels are annoying, expensive, and not worth the effort usually, unless you're powering single things with them. You don't want to power an entire building with solar power. LFTR. What is an LFTR? What is it? Liquid... Oh, thorium. Thorium is actually really good. I'm surprised that we still don't have one, right? I think that might be because of the cost and how rare thorium is, but... Inexpensive thorium. Pretty sure thorium is rarer than uranium, though. Yeah, most of it has removed most potential human error. That's the thing. Most people just have this weird ass shit against... It's not rare? You sure? Pretty sure it was a deep metal. What is the rarity? Thorionite is a rare mineral. Thorium... Thorium is a... I'm gonna search for rare. Three times as abundant as uranium in the Earth's crust. Okay, it's from sands, that's why. Okay. There's more necessary for thorium to be used than uranium. The virgin solar power doesn't work at night, doesn't work in overcast, expensive, doesn't even make very much power, won't work for anyone who doesn't live in an actual desert. Only rich Hollywood liberals could afford to put panels on their house. Only naive hippies believe that it's the future. The Chad nuclear power produces such little waste, figuring out where to store it isn't even an issue. Statistically, the safest form of power on the planet. Reliable 24/7, 365, day and night, rain or shine. Only ever accidents were due to human error. Just 450 kilowatt plants can produce over 10% of the world's power. The divide between those who bandwagon for man-made climate change and those who are actually science-driven. Yeah, water's pretty much one of the only real competitions in most power, and that's because water power's easy and very reliable. Doesn't produce as much, but anything with water is pretty easy to do. It's fucking water. Can't really fuck that up too much unless you pour lead in it, but I won't even say that nobody's gonna do that. We've done that like multiple times. Fucking lead poisoning, dumbasses. Whose fault was that? I mean, there are other competitions. I think geothermal is a power we could do. Those are also competition, but geothermal is really good. That's also a good competitor. We just don't have that many geothermal things, and to use more of it would be to use some national parks. I personally think that Yellowstone needs to fucking use it. Fuck Old Faithful or whatever it was. I don't care that's an attraction, make it a better one. But yeah, geothermal power exists, it's potent, it's renewable. There's a lot of reasons why we could use it. It's good. I don't know why we don't use more of it. Privatize the mine. You don't understand half the stuff? Yeah, it makes sense. Most of this is science. Science is retarded at the best of times. Most of science is made by a fucking retard who just happened to be lucky. Only so many rivers? I mean, yeah, but what about the ocean? What about a sustainable hurricane as power? Now that would be something. Turning a hurricane into a power source? What about a tornado? Ocean power is really hard. Seawater is like the counter. Stirs everything in it. I mean, yeah, you'd have to find a way to clear out the salt. But we could probably do it at some point. Moving on, we could probably find a way to do what solar power wishes it could do and take radiation from the atmosphere or space and use that as power. Solar power uses heat, right? How does solar power work? Is it heat or radiation? Sun's energy. Is that heat or radiation? I'm just gonna assume it's heat. Sunlight. Oh, it's just fucking light. They just take light. Oh, solar radiation. Whatever. Screw solar radiation. What is the nearby space made of? Cosmic radiation. Can we use cosmic radiation as power? Space is filled with cosmic... If we could convert that, when we could use it to power a rocket anywhere in the universe. Cosmic rays could be a new energy source. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we could turn to energy that we just don't have the technology level to do so. Which is also why Worm fucking sucks. They make shit that we would love and that would advance everything. I don't care how much of their Tinker Tech is black box, we'd find a way to use it. And even create it. Worm just... Dyson Sphere. Solar power's never been useful. It's expensive, artificially probably. It only works during the day where the sun is, you know. And hypothetical megastructure. I know what the Dyson sphere is. I just need to understand the sheer energy. Kite power has a lot of potential. Maybe. If only we could find a way to turn matter into pure energy. That would be a useful... That'd be useful for waste. Turning waste into electricity. Was the result of a thought experiment. The Dyson sphere sounds retarded. Gonna be honest. So many ships you cover the sun. Are you gonna create more sources of the solar radiation? We kinda need that shit, you know? We do need that shit. It is actually a requirement for humanity to survive. Only on issues of energy collection. Honestly, at the point that we're harnessing all of the energy the sun has, we're probably fucked. Why would we use the sun when we could use the cosmic radiation instead? Which is far better, far more potent, and we don't have to get close to the sun and risk potential failure collecting energy around the sun and having plants die. Because there's no sunlight. I'm assuming we can't create solar radiation just out of the blue. Yeah. So basically it's not useful whatsoever. Cosmic radiation is all around space. It's everywhere in space. It's not that dispersed. It's difficult to use, but once we get to enough techno level, we can do it. I mean, think about it. If we think about it, we could turn all of Neptune into a fucking water plant. Hydroelectric plant. Wouldn't that be a funny thing? What sea creatures do you think might exist in Neptune? This is not an award show. Campeão mundo! Brasil número uno! Campeão penta! Campeão! Or whatever. Now that. This is not an award show. Now that is funny. I'm gonna send that to the guy I know lives in Brazil. No, Zero, it's not you. You live in Iran, loser. Okay. Where's the guy who lives in Brazil? Here you go. Here he is. I want to live in a world that will grant me superpowers. You know what? Fuck it. Send me to Worm and give me a gun. I'll start killing capes. I'll ignore all the ones I know will be able to survive a bullet. So, Lung, Squealer, no, not Squealer, it was... What's her fucking name? Cricket? Cricket. Hook Wolf. Jack Slash. All of the Slaughterhouse 9. Except Cherish. Cherish can die to a bullet. I'll shoot Wild Bow as well. You can't do that. Easy mode unlocked. Loser. Jack Slash's dick probably regrows. Also, my bullets won't even really impact him that much. Subdermal mesh. Also, I'm gonna be honest, Bonesaw's defense increasing sucks ass. Are we supposed to believe a tinker can't just turn the biology into crystal, like diamond rough hardness and shit? Come on. Turn it into basically the equivalent of steel? Bullshit. It's a fucking tinker. I'm calling hacks. Also, people love to overpower Panacea. That bitch can't even cure a broken leg in under a minute. Get out of here. People love to forget that she fucking sucks with her power. Takes her multiple minutes to heal a wound. And she can't even revive people. So clearly she has limits to her biokinesis. She can't revive. She can't do it in a timely manner. And most of her attacks are straight up only useful if they're lethal. Or if she somehow gets skin contact. But what about plagues? Good luck. If she takes 1 minute to fix a broken leg, she'll take 100 minutes to create a self-replicating virus, which will be instantly deleted by the immune system, no matter what she does, because of how the immune system works. A lot of people do not understand how the immune system works. The immune system is basically the fuck you of virus. There are very few viruses which are capable of getting past it, and even then, they die all the time to the immune system. The immune system basically has every configuration set to kill any bacteria or virus that gets into the body. And it's such a perfected system that it works 99% of the time. Panacea creates an end-all be-all plague. Good 80% of the population's gonna survive it. Unless they're idiots like the people during the Black Plague, where they don't even clean themselves. Yeah, the immune system might kill them, depending on how strong the virus is. But if they survive, you can be rest assured that any other further attempt, they're probably going to survive as well. That's just how the immune system works. It's such an interesting system. But a lot of people sleep on it for some fucking reason. It's a really good system. So, all pieces of the immune system can rearrange themselves pretty much to be the best counter to whatever it is that's there. Yes, this does mean that if your immune system fails, it can literally kill you from the inside by killing all of the cells. They have a special system, a special academy, if you will, for that, where they'll basically kill the thing that's, if it goes that way. Anything that passes these tests, well, it's if it passes a test, it's going to be helpful. If it doesn't, well, it's dead. Eaten. No longer allowed. And also, Panacea has no way of actually making a Tinkertech plague. People would love to say that she can make Bonesaw's plague again. She can't. She can't. Bonesaw's plague is a Tinkertech creation. There's literally no way Panacea can create it. That's just how Tinker Tech works. But a lot of people want to forget that as well, because biokinetic, the biokinetic. She's not even the biokinetic. She's a shit biokinetic. Bonesaw is better. Nilbog is better. Blasto is better. Though, to be fair to Blasto, he basically made a proto-Inbringer. Out of the Tinkers versus Panacea, Panacea gets fucked. Yeah, she can't make an extinction level threat. But what about COVID? COVID didn't even kill more than 300 million people. Didn't even kill more than 100 million people. I'm surprised it even killed more than 2 million people. And most of them were already at a point of health where they would have died from the flu, from the other fevers. It's... Look, humans evolve over time, okay? A disease that could kill 100,000 people 10 years ago would probably only kill 1,000 people today. That's how disease works. That's how the human body works. That's how the immune system works. It learns, it improves, even if it only has a single, smidgen, it'll improve to kill it. Sure, sometimes there are malfunctions, like you heating up to such a point that you cook yourself alive. You're dead. Congratulations. Or the immune system going haywire and being infiltrated by HIV, and then you suddenly have AIDS. But what if Panacea makes AIDS for everyone? She can't. You wanna know why? A lot of people's immune system would start suddenly fucking recognizing this because it's happening to everyone and they just kill it. Also, at some point, this virus is going to die. I don't think people realize this, but viruses die all the fucking time. Simply because they couldn't transmit. Or because they infected the wrong guy and his immune system was a fucking jock and killed it instantly. This event was just, we were reading a story. That was about it. Well, it was just an event. Celebrating the early release of Christmas or whatever. You guys want a Christmas event or something? I could have one. I could host one. But Panacea is shit. I fucking hate her. And I hate her power, because her power sucks. It took her hours to create a massive beetle. And not only that, she needs biomass. She can't just grab a bunch of bacteria to make a virus. She can't grab a bunch of viruses to make a super virus. She needs actual material for that. That also hurts her ability. And the virus can't just do mitosis and shit, because she has to add that in. And that takes even more mass, or even more matter. It also takes a thorough understanding, which she kind of fucking lacks. Her power doesn't give her an instant understanding of all biology. That's not how her power works. Gives her an instant understanding of carbon-based, sure. Still not all biology, and it's mostly centered around humans for her. It takes her a little bit to understand as the spider, for example. Spiders. Took her a little bit, when they were on her neck and shit. Then she had to fuck with their brain to send a signal back to her, which would be possible, yes. Still took a lot out of her. It's a terrible power, in all honesty. I'm glad she sticks to healing. However, she's so inefficient at it that it's retarded. Yeah, viruses should not be made by biokinetics. They would fuck them up real bad. A lot of people go like, oh, scientists can create viruses. Yeah, they can. You wanna know how? They use existing viruses. And usually their existing viruses they're not going to be more potent. And if they are, they're specifically designed to be. And even then, they're not extinction level. They never will be. Viruses have too many variables that fuck them over as an existence. They will never be. There's never going to be a virus that can take out the entirety of humanity. Not in our lifetime, at least. However, a virus from our age would be able to kill 1,000 people from the medieval age just from touching someone. Viruses improve real quick. So it's best not to fuck with them. No, zombie virus is not possible. Scientists have already said no. Zombies are possible, but a virus that turns people into them is not. There's no way to turn someone into a fucking cannibal with a virus, okay? That's not how a virus works. How are zombies possible? Well, I mean, there's a mushroom that already... Okay, so all it needs to do is affect your mind. It needs to affect your mind and then your biology. It needs to make you lean towards more violent tendencies, as well as lower your inhibitions, as well as lower your intelligence and your reasoning. So it would affect the left side of your brain more than the right. Hold on. But, yeah. Zombies are possible, zombie virus is not. Also, zombies would not really be able to infect everyone that much. In all honesty, most mediums with zombies would have gotten dealt with instantly. Call of Duty is actually one of the more rational zombie interpretations, because the zombies always existed. They didn't just suddenly appear. They existed by the keepers or some shit. But other things like where it's like John Doe has a virus and is a zombie. That guy gets gunned down in 1 second. Anyone who he infects gets gunned down in 1 second. Bullets are the zombie's main weakness. Easy mode. Fucked. They are fucked. They get raped. I would be a better panacea than Panacea. You guys want to know how? It's simple, really. All I would need to do is Google search what are plants that help medicinally best. And then, boom! I make those. I make them better. I have people put them in a pill. We call it the Panacea. Like SCP-500 or whatever. We pop that in a motherfucker. Now they're healed. Wow. The antibiotic of antibiotics. Wow, what a fucking mastermind I am. It's almost like Panacea's stupid. She's a fucking moron. Hero of Big Pharma. Fuck Big Pharma. I am the Pharma. There is no Big Pharma. There is only me, Pharma. No, what? Fuck it. I hate pharmaceuticals. I'm just gonna call myself Doctor. I am the Senate. Okay. Huge Pharma. Also, I would be able to take out Endbringers. You wanna know how? Not with with Panacea's power. It's just... You see, there's a little something called biology. And silicon structures happen to be in possible life forms. Now, what happens when you manipulate silicon? Well, you can't if you're a biokinetic. You can manipulate carbon, though, which is better than silicon. So, I could make a carbon supercomputer that is out-hexing the Endbringers. Easy mode, easy game. Fuck you, Endbringer. I have the supercomputer. I am the superior. Seriously though, why the fuck are entities made of silicon? Like, they have to be made of silicon. They can't... But carbon is better for calculations. It has been proven. It's just more unreliable. But that can be fixed if you're biokinetic. Like the entities happen to be. I could just make a fucking carbon entity. Easy mode. They calculate better. They have the better... Whatever. If I was an actual biokinetic, Endbringers ain't shit. Boom. Shatterbird sucks and has a Manton limit. She can't control them because her shard doesn't allow it. Also, she probably has a limit. Her shard's not powerful enough to control. But that's all with Panacea's power. Panacea's power is garbage. In my opinion, I don't like it. The powers I like are Accord's. Accord's power is really fucking good. I could beat the entities with that easy. His power is he gets smarter the more complex the problem is. In an unfair ratio, mind you. Like 3 times smarter every whatever point of complexity. It is easy to abuse. What do you think he does? Okay, Browbeat's powers, okay. We talked earlier about Chevalier's power. I love Chevalier's power. I would love it. Has no benefit to me, because I prefer thinking power, or tinker. I don't know about you guys, but walking around with a massive suit of armor and a cannon blade, while extremely cool, I don't really see a use for it financially, so I wouldn't want it. I mean, I could sell the cannon blades and shit, but it's not worth it. They wouldn't even be able to lift the damn things, probably. Browbeat has tactile telekinesis. There's a lot of power potential in that. That's why I'd be a tinker. Think about it this way. All tinkers can most tinkers can do cosmetic surgery. Don't fuck with this, Senator Armstrong! What, nanomachines? I would love Armsmaster's power. His power is really good. He is... I would say he's even better than Hero at the end of the day with his power. If you let Armsmaster go at his complete limit, he would make nanomachines. Or things even smaller than those. But he knows how to make those. His power allows it. Hero's power is stilling, but stilling ain't shit, alright? Stilling sucks. Stilling is ass. And the only reason it's ass is because I don't fucking like it. It's gay. Who needs a wavelength control when you have nano machines? Wavelength this motherfucker as you get erased from the timeline by deletion. By nanomachines. You get eaten to dust by nanomachines. Son. What was I reading? We were reading this shitty Warcrafter.
Nanomachine, son.
There's one. We didn't even. Yeah, it was shit. It's garbage. It's real bad. Also, the guy got banned from Sufficient Velocity. Nanomachines breaking down actually doesn't affect your lifespan. You wanna know why? Because you make more and suddenly you're living forever. I would love immortality. I would love not having to eat, excrete waste, drink, or age, and be completely immune to death in general. I would love it. It would be great. I could do shows where I snap myself. Well, yeah, I'd sometimes eat food. Food's useful and all. But what's the point of eating food if you have no need for a metabolism? You have no need for vitamins, you have no need if anything, yeah, just pleasure. That's all you're gonna really get from eating food. A lot of people are like, immortality sucks and shit. What's the difference between Armsmaster and Elite? Is Armsmaster a free tinker? No. Armsmaster has a subdivision of tinker. Efficiency and miniaturization. That means he's nearly a free tinker. He can do pretty much nearly anything as long as it's efficient and small. That's what Armsmaster can do. That's why he has so much bullshit and why he's really ridiculous. He has a lot going for him. Also, with nanomachines, you'll never get old. Even if they break down, you're still at your prime of your life. I don't think he created his dick, but if he did, yeah. Probably has a bunch of doodads. Pretty much, yeah. Armsmaster can't make artillery. Who needs artillery anyways? He throws fucking grenade at you. A small grenade that you can't even see, and then boom, you're dead. And in your afterlife, you're like, what the fuck was that? And then he explains to you, as you're in the afterlife, using his afterlife communicator, going, that was a bomb made from pure titanium. It was approximately 3 cubic millimeters. Why be dumb as fuck when you can be Armsmaster? You know, I would love Dauntless's power as well. He has a really good power. Okay, that is way too suggestive. What the fuck are you doing? I'm gonna delete that. Like, really, bro? Come on. Do anti-containment foam powers exist in Worm? Yeah. Teleportation. Alright. Well, guys, it's 9:30 for me. I'm extremely dehydrated. And I absolutely had a blast. This shit was fun as fuck. It's been 3 hours. It's 3 hours 30 minutes since we started the stream. It's been a lovely time. We talk. We love talking. We're a bunch of fucking ingrates. I have one request. Send this to every one of your friends. I need that self-promotion. Alright? I need that promotion. It's not self-promotion if I'm not the one promoting it. I'm only promoting it to you all, so that's self-promotion, but then you promote it to someone else. Now that is... I have no idea if that's self-promotion or not. Is it self-promotion if it promotes to promo? Probably on Christmas or near it. Anyways, it's been a lovely time. This is the end. See ya. Ending.